times we're going to be looking at are in the 50s. 30s. Never mind. Okay, this is quite the short track. Truck guy's messing up. No, what's going on with the truck guys? Truck guys should be fine. Everything looks good on the truck's end. That was the Porsche's end. Oh, the track guys. Okay, well, they did in fact forget to start up the pit wall, but the pit wall is now working. So, holy smokes, there is approximately 10 ninjas in the chat currently. Welcome, happy to see you. Sage as well. Welcome. Reed, who's ready to yeet some chicanes? I hope not you, Reed. Reed Aldred in there. He's going to be in this week's race. Of course, he made his re-debut, I should say, last week. And looking to make a little bit more of an impression this week around. We'll see. Yeah, last week, Nicholas Lima did, in fact, take the win. We were down here, or not down here. We were just over in Monza, where Monza, not too far away from here. But Nicholas Lima did take that win. The Brazilian driver, followed by Will Brunner and Lucas Mind, little Brazilian. The best Belgian track? That's a bit controversial, Holly. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say not many people are going to agree with you on that one. But everybody is entitled to their own opinion, even if it is wrong. Now, of course, this is a great track. Twisty, windy, lots and lots of chicanes. Giovanni, excuse me. Welcome. And yes, Spa, exactly. I think that's what most people will be. Sage, you hate Zolder? Well, that's a bit rude. Have you driven Zolder that much? Because Zolder's pretty fun. We'll get some nice onboard laps come the qualifying session. We're just currently in free practice right now. Actually starting on time this time around. Would you look at that? The session time is down to an end. We're just going to be waiting here for the remaining drivers to finish up their laps before we get into the quali session, where we will see these drivers. Currently 131.3 is our pole position from Nicholas Lima, Daniel Henrique 131.4, and Gelson Cruz a 131.4 as well. So we're looking into the 131s here in this free practice session. The weather is looking quite optimal as well. We will see when we hit qualifying how that goes. Currently looking at Daniel Labeau as he comes across the line to end our free practice session. We are green. It's going to be every man for himself here in this qualifying. Why don't we get into the game here? Let's go low Brazilian. We got some low Brazilian support already in chat for Lucas Mind. Yeah, he did manage to take that P3 last week. We'll see if he can keep it up, or if not, do even a little bit better. But yeah, let's get into the stream here, where we are going to see these drivers. Gustavo Neves, the first one, the Brazilian, out on track. Lots of Brazilian representation in this league. It's actually kind of incredible. Absolutely love to see it. Low Brazilian crew. Yes, indeed. Lucas Mind, absolutely awesome guy. Full of so much energy. It's incredible. I was watching his stream the other day, and yeah, he gets very, very emotional when he gets involved in a collision. Let's just say that. Which is, like I say, you absolutely love to see the Brazilian passion. It shines strong in that man. Lucas Mind currently out on track as well. The 171 Porsche. But yeah, we'll check out the first driver who has managed to get out on track, which is the 127 of Will Stewart. Will Stewart starting his, or is he? No, he's not. Who was? Gelson. Oh my goodness. See, now I'm all messed up. Everybody's all already very congealed and clustered. Why don't we just ride on here with Daniel Henrique? Daniel Henrique, looking to make a bit more of an impression. Last week he did, I think he qualified in pole last week, but he managed to drop all the way down to P6 in the race. So he's looking to make an improvement here. Daniel Henrique, quite the rapid driver himself, so let's see what he can manage around here tonight. Heading now towards the chicane. My brightness is all out of whack, but I need to figure out what the default setting is before I do that. Hold up. Oh, well, speaking of out of whack, that chicane has put Daniel Henrique's line off there into the gravel. Definitely hate to see that. Why don't we continue on here with Vadik Odasaitsev? Is he still valid? No, he's not. Okay. Augie Sipes, not valid either. Let's just hop on with everybody's favorite then, Lucas Mind. See what he can manage while I work out the brightness settings here, because it's absurdly bright. Let me... Nice apex there for Lucas. He heads now into the final part of the track here. Okay, exposure gain is 40, image contrast 50. Alright, I will change that momentarily. Let's see where these times start to roll in at. Why are they not being shown? Because, yeah, fair enough. Who would have thought ACCTV would be fixed? Nicholas Lima, though, on that pole position right now. Amir Spool coming up close behind. All right, let's change that exposure gain and stuff like that while... So it was exposure gain to 40. This is the issue of running night races and day races. And then image contrast to 50. Bam. Look at that. It looks like a game again. Oh, big curb taken there from Amir Spool. As I get back acquainted with my settings now. Okay, we're good again. Nunez in chat, welcome. Nunez supporting Brazil, of course. Not the only driver here tonight supporting Brazil. We got Nicholas Lima, Daniel Labo, not quite Will Stewart, not quite Will Brunner, not quite Amir Spool. So actually, it's the American-Brazilian shootout here tonight in the Porsche Cup cars. There's 18 cars on track. We saw 19 before. We might see another one by the end of this. Lucas Mine jumping back in there for the Brazilians. And then, just on top of it, we have the Portuguese driver here of Andre Alex Afonso. Loving the alien emote. It's great. That looks really good in chat. Forzy, how's it going? As we see Nicholas Lima looking to improve his time a bit more. It's a 131.7. We were seeing low 131s in the free practice session. The track definitely is not quite up to the same standard. It's on a fast track currently, so that is why these drivers, though, driving the wheels off of this car. Of course, we are going to be seeing the GT3s rounding this track a bit later, so these guys just rubbering in the track for him. Mila, welcome. Hashtag go Lucas Mine and go Nicholas Lima. Love to see it. Love to see the Brazilian support. Nicholas Lima looking awfully strong here tonight. Gustavo Neves as well heading up to third position. If he jumps back in the pits now, he might have a little bit of time to get back out on track. Gelson Cruz breaking it up, though. Putting an American up there onto the podium for now. Gelson Cruz in, I was going to say in the Porsche. Yeah, so obviously this is a Porsche Cup Series. And Forzy playing some F1 Manager. Awesome. Steven, how's it going? Going quite well. We're watching. So what is... Oh, and Steven Tomazic dropping a Twitch Prime subscription. You love to see it. Is that a British flag? I can't tell. That flag looks awful in the Twitch chat. Is that a British flag? Andy Oak? No, he's American. I don't think there's any British drivers here in this current session. Corey Griffith, no. We have a Canadian. Sure, why not? But other than that, it's actually only Americans, only Brazilians, and a Portuguese driver. I mean, you know, I don't want to loot because they're not the same at all. They just speak the same language. But, and then and Canadian. Just a singular and Canadian. Okay, that is the UK flag. Yeah, it just looks extremely tiny on the browser. We are all Brazil. I'd love to go to Brazil. Absolutely would love to sometime. Just would be so much fun. Nicholas Lima currently dominating the time charts as he did last week, I think. Let me just double check that. No, Nicholas Lima won the race, excuse me. So Nicholas Lima looking to take the pole position this week. Also, thank you, Mila, for the follow, and thank you, Andre Games, for the follow. Oh, excuse me. Andretti Games. Oh, man, I apologize. How do you pronounce that? I'm butchering the heck out of that one. Andrade? Is it Andretti? It's not Andretti. It's Andrade. Please correct me on that. And yep, we are back to 19 drivers now in the session. As we come down to the final closing bit, once the checkered flag falls, you will be able to set one lap. Or excuse me, I was reading chat while I was saying that. Sorry. You will be, once the checkered flag falls, you will be able to continue your lap if you have crossed the checkered flag, but once you do so after the checkered flag falls, you will no longer be able to start your lap. So, coming down to the closing bits here, I think Nicholas Lima, this will be his final lap here. And he's looking, he actually has invalidated it, so heading towards the line, he will not be able to start a lap. The 73 car will be the final car to start a lap. That's Vadik Odasaitsev, currently sitting on P3. Train with Lucas Mind for another time, or can't run in this championship. Not, hold on, let me try to parse that. Man, I would say you're probably, why not just run in it? Are you trying to, what are your times? I'm not, Mila, I'm sorry, the translation there was minorly butchered, but that's alright, like I say. I think I got the gist of it. But, I'm sure you're fast enough. Currently, the bottom times we're seeing in drivers in the 143s, Daniel Verso. So look at that slow admin. What is this guy? Sorry, my horrible. Don't worry, Mila. Like I say, I'm used to it. It's like I say, there's a lot of Brazilian representation, and I totally love that you guys. I love that you guys are here. So I butchered English or not, I will do my best to translate, and I do appreciate you guys being here. But that is the end of our qualifying session. There, got Nicholas Lima on pole, Gustavo Neves, and Vadik Odasaitsev. But yeah, massive thanks to all the Brazilian guys for being here. And like I say, if I was to come into your chat and try to speak Brazilian, it wouldn't work. So big, massive, massive props to you guys. See, do we have any good camera angles here? That one's okay. And not particularly. There is one mandatory pit stop here tonight. That is, of course, going to be, oops. Well, at least I know it's not going to blow the eardrums out. What has happened? Oh, no. Oh, my. What has happened? Okay, I didn't mean to start that yet. The funky beats. The guys in the truck aren't... We haven't got that music thing down yet. We're getting there. But nonetheless, why don't we get into this grid rundown, as the music is already eager to get rolling. So, starting in pole position, it's a Brazilian front row lockout. Nicolas Lima, the number 13 car, taking that pole position next to Gustavo Neves and the Black Panthers. I know we've had a lot of Black Panthers support. The 119 here in P2 looking to make an impression. Verico de Saitsev breaking up the Brazilians, and with an American representation, we got P3 going to the 73 car of Verico de Saitsev. Wilson Fernandez, the 888. He is going to be in P4. Daniel Labo in P5, followed up by Andre Alex Afonso, the Portuguese driver, number 999. Gelson Cruz, number 7 in P7. Some say fate would have it. Will Brunner in P8, number 98. Amir Spool, 9th fastest in qualifying, the number 6 car. George Elmer rounding up our top 10, the number 22 car. Then we have Will Stewart in P11. Yeah, okay, sorry, the people leaving and rejoining, that was weird. The 127 car, of course, the number 12 car, or number 23 car in P12. Lucas Mind, Lil Brazilian, 13th fastest, followed up by Corey Griffith in the insert name number 97 car. Romaldo Jr. in P15, followed up by Andy Oak in P16. We have Daniel Versosa, our Brazilian moderator. If anyone has any questions regarding league stuff in Portuguese, Daniel Versosa will be able to answer your questions there. And Reed Aldred, the OG and the Power Porca. And bringing up the back, of course, is Daniel Henrique. Wait, what? How did Daniel Henrique get to the back? Did he not set a time? I'm confused. He is a penalty. What? How does he have a 30-second penalty? Okay, I think, never mind. He has a penalty from the previous race. Ignore that. I should have known that. But the car is now starting up and getting underway. It's about to be a field of buzzing bees as we get ready to go here. And Catunia, oh my goodness. Putting a 1 in your name, unfortunately, doesn't help with my pronunciation of it. I wish it did. But welcome. How do I pronounce your name? Black Panthers supporter? Redeeming a Hydra, that's a great idea. Is it Coutinho? Coutinho? I really need to learn some Portuguese, man. But showing love for the Black Panther crew, of course. Daniel Labo, Wilson Fernandez. Oh man, you put me on the spot like this. All right, I'll try. Is it Oi amo Brasil? Using the translator. Man, relatable. Hoping to get back in the car. Yeah, Steven, we haven't seen you in a little bit. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone. I got it right? All right. I also need to... Holy smokes, I forgot how quick the outlap is here. I need to... Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? I don't got time for this. I was logged into the wrong Twitch account. Because of course I was. Always got to miss one thing when it comes to your technical, you know, mumbo-jumbo stuff that you do in here. As we get it, I got it in time. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right. As we get ready to go green here, I'm Mike Noss in the booth. We got Nicholas Lima leading us away here on pole position, lined up next to Gustavo Neves, the Black Panther. And we're green here at the Zolder. I totally forgot the track name momentarily. Definitely not. And it's a very, very conservative start for all the top four. Everybody going nip and tuck very early here. As we hear the buzzing bees, get ready. We see some side-by-side action. Gelson Cruz and Alex Afonso. And Andre down the inside gets by Gelson Cruz. Will Burner as well. Gelson Cruz falling down the grid. Carrying on here. Vadik Odasaitsev looking to make gains here onto Gustavo Neves as we push here through the back straight into the chicane. Has a look. But no move there. As we see side-by-side action between... Who is that? That is Wilson Fernandez, who gets out of shape in the chicane. Or no, excuse me, Gustavo Neves gets out of shape. Gustavo Neves falling down the field as well. He started up in second position, down to fourth on the first lap. He has Daniel LeBeau right behind him. We hear cars in the gravel. No yellow flags. It's a clean start here so far as we're getting to head into the tight hairpin part of the track. The relatives that we have Gelson Cruz in P10. Here we see side-by-side action. Lucas Mine and Alex Ishii battling, and Lucas Mine there with a lovely overtake into the hairpin off camber corner. Very tricky overtake to make here, but Lucas Mine under threat immediately from Alex Ishii. First lap's now being set. Nicholas Lima coming across the line. Everybody following. It's a very, very clean lap one. Will Stewart making gains as well as Andre Alex Afonso onto Daniel LeBeau. Sector 1 will be the cleanest we've ever seen. Honestly, yeah, we got... Keep in mind, we still have a GT3 race to go after this. Let's hope that it stays like this. Corey Griffith trying to make a move here onto Alex Ishii, but the move here was made, it looks like Amir Spool made an error coming onto the back straight, gets overtaken by not only George Elmer, but gets overtaken by Gelson Cruz as well. The Simnut Porsche Cup car there, awesome livery by George Elmer. Amir Spool wanting to make those positions back up quickly, I would imagine. Hopefully he doesn't do anything too irrational. Lucas Mind is at the back of this train looking to make some gains as well. Blue will be here tonight. Blue will be here for the GT3 race. He could not make the Porsche race, as there's a big error for the two Porsche, yeah, obviously, for the number 6 and the number 127 car. But Lucas Mind, they're capitalizing on it as he goes down the inside, gets the move done into the chicane, the final chicane there. We see the 33 car off, unfortunately, not sure what happened there. That's Reed Aldred. There, Lucas Mind gaining a position up to P11. He's going to be looking to make a move, jump into the inside here of T1. It's a risky move, a lunge on the inside. He's deep. He's way deep onto the gravel. Lucas Mind loses the hard work that he has done, drops 4 positions down to P14, all in the span of 1 corner. My goodness. Will Stewart making gains as well. And the GT3 race tonight is a 30-minute and a 45-minute race. So there will be 2 GT3 races tonight. Oh, and deep into the chicane goes Will Stewart. Collects the curbing on the inside, unsettles the car, but he manages to save it. Alex Ishii smells blood in the water. He wants the overtake. Nicholas Lima, our leader, has managed to pull about a second gap to Vidico de Saitsa. Vidico de Saitsa managing to get in front of Wilson Fernandez at one point. Unfortunately missed that. Yes, rest in peace, the cone. The cone got absolutely demolished. Whoa, what was that? Is that Lucas Mind? Is that Lucas Mind taking his pit stop intentionally? Someone went way too deep. But was that... Is that because that was the pit lane? Oh, okay, that was the pit lane. That's why. Wow, that was really close. So, Lucas Mind making his pit stop early. Gustavo Neves up in P4, trying to make an overtake attempt here onto Wilson Fernandez. That's going to be for the podium positions. Yes, strategy indeed. Lucas Mind going for the early pit stop, as it is one required pit, or one required stop. You are required to take 25 seconds of fuel. But if you want to take an additional set of tires, you can... I explained that horribly. Let me try that again. If you pit, you got to take 25 seconds of fuel, and if you want, you can take tires, and that will cost you an additional 5 seconds for the tire change. Yeah, that made a little bit more sense than what I was saying before. We have Will Stewart closing the gap to Amir Spool here. Why don't we hop on board with Will Stewart? Last lap, Will Stewart a 134.1 compared to the 133.8 of Amir Spool, but that gap is still closing. Ferrari's strategy? Now that's rude. I do love that spelling of Ferrari, though. That's good. Now, this sweeping left-hander is really tricky in a car with no traction control. If you dip a tire onto that gravel, it can really unsettle the car and just send you straight into that tire wall. Will Stewart lifting off very early. So comfortable where he's at right now. 27 minutes and 57 seconds to go. But he's very happy, it seems, with the pace of Amir Spool in front of him. Kind of just using him as a tow along. Car off in the gravel. What is that? That's Reed Aldred. Let's see. Oh my goodness, the polystyrene barrier. What did it do to you, Reed? Unfortunately, we didn't quite get to go back far enough to catch that, but we do get to see the Porsche Rally Championship here. The winner of that, of course, would be Reed Aldred. Ronaldo Jr. gaining on Andy Oak in the R2A2 Motorsports Porsche. This is a team fight, it looks like. It's both the R2A2s. Let's see, are there any team orders for these guys? I'm not sure there will be. Why don't we take a look at this livery? I don't want to, because he's gonna make an overtaking attempt as soon as I do it. I know it. All right, we're gonna do it. Take a look at that awesome R2A2 Motorsports Porsche. Of course, with the Trackalicious Sim Racing representation on the bag. And as of course I said it, we have the move attempt. And there looked like there was some team orders involved for that one. I think Ronaldo Jr. Oh, it's Romaldo. Excuse me, my brain didn't see the M there. My bad. It's Romaldo Jr. Apologize, Romaldo. In the R2A2, number 46 gets let by. We hop back on board with him. Will Stewart up ahead still, chasing down Amir Spool. Jelson Cruz, though, he's within grabbing distance. That wait, okay, never mind. George Elmer into the pits. Side-by-side action. Will Stewart looking to make the move, but he spins. What has happened there? He's in a terrible part of the track as well. Cameraman, come on, chill. So we have the move coming on the exit of the chicane, the switchback attempt. It was set up perfectly, but he gets on the throttle too early and just turns the car into a pirouette. Will Stewart, absolutely calculated overtaking attempt, but he just overcooks it on the exit. And Gustavo Neves getting by Wilson Fernandez. Wilson Fernandez, what happened there? Going very slowly. Now has Daniel LeBeau right behind him, clobbering that inside curb. We approach the 24-minute mark here. Got TJ Washed in chat as well. Sumi likes the steaks well done. Dude, I got steak for dinner tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Alex Ishii gets overtaken by Corey Griffith. I don't know. I want to go back and see this. As we see Alex Ishii, there's an elf barrier in the middle of the road. Ooh, Alex Ishii just runs wide, rejoins, and a lovely overtake for Corey Griffith there. Just textbook gets it done, capitalizing on the mistake. How you doing, TJ Washed? Wilson Fernandez continuing the charge back onto Gustavo Neves. The Black Panthers Porsche or the Black Porsche? Or the Black Panthers Porsche. Oh no! Jelson Cruz has lost it. Let's take a look at what happened here. As we have the slipstream, big gains onto the car in front there, but unfortunately I think just too much curve, and slams headfirst into the tire barrier. Aerodynamically, that is not going to help that Porsche's charge. Jelson Cruz, though, still needs to make his pit stop. So I'm sure he will be doing that sooner than later. Of course, the new 1.9 update changing the physics of everything here. It'd be very interesting. I have not driven the Porsche Cup cars in the new physics, but I would imagine the lack of traction control with the new suspension changes is a bit of a handful. I don't know if anyone in chat has any experience with that. I'd love to hear it. But I do know one thing, is that the slipstream is much, much better in this update. There's not too many straights. There's a couple, as we are actually approaching one right now after we round this next corner. And the slipstream, more realistic in this game. Now, after the 1.9, it actually sort of exists. And Andre Alex Afonso continuing his aggressive shot. Man, that cone is still in the middle of the road. Daniel LeBeau, though. He's basically everybody from P3 down to P7 is all within a small little gap of each other. Just a little cluster of cars on track here. It's really incredible to see. All of them, though, quite conservative so far. We haven't seen too many massive sends from too far back. The overtaking opportunities, not the most on this track, but that's also not the least. I would say your best opportunity here, not going to be into T1, probably into T2 will be a really good opportunity. And then into that back hairpin. What the? netcode just happened? Did they collide with each other? What just happened? Oh, they both wow, you absolutely hate to see it. Holy smokes. So, Wilson Fernandez goes off, and Daniel LeBeau decided to follow him. And they both clattered the barrier. You hate to see it. Rose Gaming and Chat summing it up perfectly. You hate to see it. Oil on track? Yeah, that's honestly, what it looked like. But no, that's just the lack of traction control on these cars. It's basically like driving with oil on track. These flat sixes in these Porsches, developing quite a bit of horsepower. When you get that hammer down, it all goes to that rear wheels, and the engine as well. These cars are rear engine, though these newer iterations of Porsche, the engine, it still sits behind the axle, but it is a lot further forward towards the middle of the car than previous iterations of the Porsche. But it is still a rear engine car. George Elmer doing donuts. It's preemptive celebration. What's happened here? The Simnuts Racing looks like a self-inflicted error off onto, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, just catches the tire onto the gravel and clatters into the tire wall. Kills the car as well. Donut back on track, luckily no one around to collect him. But yeah, easy mistake to make. These cars absolutely brutal. As the time ticks down, 18 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Two closest battles on track are going to be Romaldo Jr. and Will Brunner. Romaldo continuing that charge after his teammate Andy Oak let him by, and that was the right call by the team principal there. As we see Romaldo Jr. gaining about 3 seconds to Andy Oak already, and on the back of Alex Ishii just about. So, like I say, really good strategic call there. Both drivers still need to make their pit stops. Be interesting to see when their pit wall calls them in. I think we should be approaching the point where we're going to see everybody sort of diving into the pits as we approach that halfway point. Though the drivers might be waiting a little bit longer. We'll see. Lucas Mind, of course, being one of our earliest pit stops. He is back here with Daniel Versosa. Down in P13, Daniel Versosa is 7 seconds off of, George Elmer. George Elmer is pit. Corey Griffith is in the pits currently, so we will see. We'll see if that strategy plays off. Lucas Mind, he has gained onto Daniel Versosa as well. The two Brazilian drivers looking to make a scrap out of it. Be interesting to see if there's a tire difference. As I said before, 5 seconds optional to take tires in the pits. 25 seconds mandatory fuel, no matter how much fuel you take. So we will see. Maybe Lucas Mind deciding to take those tires early on. Actually, I highly doubt it, as he pit very early. Daniel Versosa might have, but I still doubt it. I don't know. These cars without traction control, though, and on this track in particular, might be worth the 5 seconds. These tires probably get pretty destroyed pretty quickly. Let's see, though. Lucas Mind gaining and gaining on Daniel Versosa. 132.6 for Lucas Mind compared to Daniel Versosa's 135.0. He's looking to make this a fairly easy overtake, I would imagine. Drivers all coming into the pits now. But we'll see. It's one thing to catch someone, it's another thing to overtake, and there's a car off in the gravel. There's a free position. No, that was not a free position. That was Will Brunner, our P3. Hold on. Will Brunner making a massive mistake. Alex Ishii still nowhere in contention, but I don't think Will Brunner's made a pit stop yet, and I'm not sure Alex Ishii has. Oh, no, neither of them have. Okay, so the gap's still pretty massive between the two. We also had the overtake happen between Daniel Versosa and Lucas Mind. I do want to go back and check that out. That was inevitable, basically. And, yeah, Daniel Versosa letting him... Well, not letting him go. He's fighting him. He's definitely fighting him. But Lucas Mind, though, definitely with the superior pace. He is driving the wheels off of that Cayman? No. What is this car? Is it literally a Porsche Cup car? Holy smokes! Will Brunner. Massive, massive misjudgment under braking there. Takes out Daniel Versosa. We need to take a look at that one again. As we're coming into the final chicane. Looking for our braking marker. We just don't see it. And then, wow, those taillights approached quickly. So Will Brunner into the pits. I think he was planning on going into the pits. That's what happened. Yeah, it's all about that pit entry. That's what... Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he was braking on pit... Yes, yeah, Chrono. I just recognized that, yeah. Wow. That was a massive hit. You really got to be aware that as a driver coming into the pits, yeah, I mean, that's the nature of this track. Chrono, add that one into the driver's briefing for the GT3 guys, because they're going to need to know. That's pretty important. Lucas Peck, welcome. Unbelievable. Yeah. Will Brunner going to have to take quite the long pit stop as a result to fix that damage, I would imagine. We have Romaldo, Jr. out there in second place. Now, Nicholas Lima leading our race, 41 seconds ahead of Romaldo. Nicholas Lima, holy smokes. Alex Ishii with a stop-go 30. I would imagine that was picked up for speeding in the pits. He's currently in a battle with Corey Griffith, so I would imagine he's just going to let Corey go at some point here. Well, maybe not. He probably wants to be in front for that pit entry, to be completely honest, after seeing that. But Alex Ishii will have 3 laps to serve that stop-go 30 penalty. And hopefully he doesn't pick one up again coming back into the pits. That's always the risk with those penalties, of course. And really unfortunate because Alex Ishii looks like he has pretty good pace in the Cup car as well. Well, that's going to drop him down quite a few positions. Are we going to see Corey Griffith serve it this lap, as this is the chicane, or excuse me, not Corey, Alex Ishii, my bad, serve the penalty this lap. Yeah, and you can see where the braking marker difference is as you start braking well after it. That is the track. That's an old-fashioned track design, honestly. Which this track isn't even that old. Though it hasn't changed since 1971 when it came out, though. It literally is, yeah, okay. Hold on. Rodrigo Lara is the best, or the name of the best. Beast? Way before your time? Yeah, no smokes. Or no smokes. What am I talking? Holy smokes is what I meant to say. What was that, George? George Elmer. taking the alternate line, trying to, like, go down that slip road in reverse or something. No smokes. Yes, exactly. No smokes, Blue. George Elmer, yeah, he's trying to go down the slip road. A little too quick, though. It's not the apex, but sorry. Sorry, George. The battle rages on, though, between Lucas Mind and Will Brunner, the little Brazilian. We'll see who has better pace. Will Brunner repairing that damage, and oh my goodness. Just wincing after what we saw from, no offense, Will. But, you know. Nicholas Lima, he's in the pits. We go by him, unlapping ourselves here, Lucas Mine and Will Brunner. So Nicholas Lima looking really strong here today, as well as Romaldo Jr., Andy Oak. Vidico Desaitsev, I think he will take the P2 back once the pit phase resumes. Also, Stio, how's it going? Welcome. How's your night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in this awesome planet going? Will Brunner leading the way, though. Oh, well, no, Will Brunner, a chase. What am I talking about? Will Brunner not leading the way. Will Brunner trying to make up ground after having a collision. Lucas Mine doing everything he can to put that Brazilian defense on. As we come down to the 8-minute 55-second mark. Will Brunner is so much faster in the corners, you can see, but Lucas Mind is making that Cup car the widest car on track, no doubt about that. George Elmer here trying to make the move onto Will Stewart. Down the inside, that gap is going to close. Both drivers leaving enough space. Reed Aldred has had a little bit of a spin on track. Things returned to the garage. No, he's not. He's back on track. But this battle heating up. George Elmer trying to get the move done. Lucas Mine and Will Brunner, though. Lucas Mine, what's happened here? I think he ran wide into the second turn. Oh, was there contact potentially? No! Will Brunner with the send down the inside. Both drivers staying on track here. Lucas Mine just leaves the gap open. Will Brunner down the inside, makes contact, pushes Lucas Mine wide, and carries on. Holy, wow, that is a bouncy, bouncy Porsche. Lucas Mine catching up massively after that error, and oh no, you saw that one coming. Oh my goodness. Lucas Mine with a little bit too much sauce on that entry. He saw the error there from Will Brunner, and he just wanted to capitalize, but you can see here as we approach the chicane, that gap was never there really. Got to be fully alongside to make that move, which is front left to rear. No, in this league, it's front left to rear, or to mirror, I think. As Gustavo Neves there making the challenge. Andre Alex Afonso makes a mistake. Gustavo Neves and the Black Panthers gets by with an easy overtake. Allows him to slip up to P5. Thank you, Surgical X. Surgical X for the follow. Much appreciated. We also have Assbox in chat. Welcome. Yeah, awesome overtake there from the Black Panther of Gustavo Neves. The Brazilian looking strong here tonight. Going to be chasing Vidico Desaitsev. We'll see if he can manage that. Nicholas Lima, he's down in P3 currently, but that's because Andy Oak and Romaldo Jr. have not pit. These guys waiting to the last possible second, pretty much, to pit. But a very opportunistic move there onto the Portuguese driver, and Andre Alex Afonso has no response, really. As the gaps extend here, we should be seeing Andy Oak and Romaldo coming into the pits here relatively. These guys need to come into the pits, quite literally. There's one mandatory pit stop. The new Porsche is the car that I'm probably going to look to drive in the GT3s. That's the one I at least want to try next, because the McLaren has not worked for me. And I tried the new Ferrari. That car works too well for me, so I don't really want to drive that one either. Romaldo Jr. stays out again. Andy Oak, he does come into the pits. Nicholas Lima will take the second position now, with a about 12-second gap to Romaldo Jr. in front. So Andy Oak will be losing quite a few positions as he has to make that pit stop. And the drivers get by. We see Romaldo Jr., though, stay out one more lap. He's 2 laps that he can really stay out at this point, which is... Oh, no! Nicholas Lima with a massive drift and a massive save. Holy smokes. Let's ride on board here with Nicholas Lima, as that could have been a potentially fatal error and cost him P2 or P1. As he comes way too hot into that corner, full opposite lock, and just a squirt of throttle to get that car to straighten up. And he gets back on it like nothing ever happened. That is a brown pants moment right there if I've ever seen one. Nicholas Lima gonna maybe even need to make a pit stop, but he can last with 3 minutes 44 seconds with a full set of pants, no doubt about that. Andy Oak rejoins the track. Let's see where he comes out. He's in P13, P14. I think Daniel Versosa. No, Daniel Versosa, well, he rejoins track in P14. Whoops. Drift check. Yep, everyone got that one on their bingo card. Bosworth, how's it going? New fastest lap for Gustavo Neves. These guys are trading laps back and forth, Nicholas Lima and Gustavo. The Black Panther with showing his pace. In fact, he is caught up to Vidico Zaitsev in these closing minutes of this race. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left. And he has a second gap. Last lap, 131.1 compared to the 132.8 of Vidic. We might see a potential change here in terms of the podium steps. Gustavo Neves and the Black Panthers looking to make his mark and take that P2. We'll see what he can do, the 119 car. Loses a bit on exit out of the chicane. Hey Mike, where's your car? It's in my parking spot outside my house. That's where. Malkovas, welcome, welcome. Ismael Kovas, of course. No, he's not out here in the... We're in the support series currently. He's not driving the Porsche Cup cars. We will be getting into the GT3 Pro Championship shortly after this, and Dominic Smedra, of course, will be joining me in the booth, otherwise known as You're My Boy Blue. Lucas Mind is my friend. Lucas Mind is everybody's friend. Low Brazilian, absolute legend. Gustavo Neves, though, he has managed to catch Vidico Zaitsev, but as I said earlier, it's one thing to catch and it's another thing to overtake. Gustavo Neves, though, gaining massively here. But he just can't quite find the window of opportunity. We are going to have one more lap, potentially. Let's see here. Nicholas Lima, he's 40. Okay, I'll wait for him to... Wait, how am I going to tell this? I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be one. Oh, because when he hits the 1 minute mark, yeah, he'll have one more lap. Okay, Nicholas Lima will have one more lap. Oh, Blue's already in the booth. He's just out there. He's out at the snack cart currently, getting all the essentials. Put it that way. Oh, and that's an error for Vidico to Zaitsev. He goes off. Is Gustavo Neves going to capitalize? We're on the final lap. This is going to be the opportunity the Black Panther has been waiting for. Down the inside of T1 we go. He backs out. He's going to have to go the long way around of T2, but they stay side by side for now. That's going to be a controversial one for sure. Vidico to Zaitsev taken to the off track. Did he gain an advantage? I do not know. That's not my job to tell. I just call it as I see it. Gustavo Neves continuing on here. John Hawley comes here for the Mike in Blue commentary and stays for the Mike in Blue commentary. You love to see it. Managing to put up with me for the whole 35 minutes just so you can get to me in Blue. Gustavo Neves, though, I don't know if he's got it in him. He's running out of corners. This next corner is going to be the best overtaking opportunity, but let's hope he doesn't overcook it. That's something we've seen before. And it looks like that was going to be his best chance there. Let's see, though. He's got one more set of corners to go. Gustavo Neves, though, I think he's going to have to settle for the bottom step of the podium. Still an excellent drive for the Black Panther. He did start in P2, of course. Dropped a position. Vidico to Zaitsev and him trading. Nicholas Lima takes the win. He comes across the line. Vidico to Zaitsev takes the second position. Gustavo Neves 3/10 behind him. Andre Alex Afonso, the Portuguese driver, in P4. Daniel Lebeau through the blue smoke. Wow, that was weird. But, oh, there's contact between Gelson Cruz and George Elmer on the final lap. Let's go back and see that. Gelson Cruz, I think, or George Elmer was leading over Gelson. As we come into heavy defense here. That's a very damaged Cup car, no doubt about that. Gelson Cruz down the inside, and that gap shut. And the 22 car, I think, did yield the position back, but also he is going quite slow. Picking up a little bit more damage on that. Gustavo Neves, though, great drive. Will Brunner comes across the line for P8. Lucas Mind, a little Brazilian, for P9. Romaldo Jr. comes across for P10. He did lead a bit of this race. Of course, that was pre-pit phase. Will Stewart in P11. Gelson Cruz back in P10. John Hawley gifting a subscription to Paula Brady. Paula Brady, how's it going? Haven't seen you here in a while. Thank you, John Hawley, very much for gifting a subscription. Gifted 2 subs. And that, of course, is going to be the end of our Porsche Cup race. Nicholas Lima taking the win. Vidico to Zaitsev in P2 and Gustavo Neves in P3. And welcome Dominic Smedra to the booth. Maybe.
Yep. Mic check 1 2. Mic check
Yep.
1 2. Yep. I am here, and I got my hat on backwards, and it's time to party.
Awesome. Are you going to turn your camera on? I'm just curious.
Negative. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I haven't switched it over.
All good.
I'm a naughty boy.
All good. We will switch back to the booth, where I will be here alone in the booth, even though I'm not alone today.
I'm in the snack cart.
Yeah, he's inside of the snack cart.
Yeah, actually, that's how I snuck in. No, I made a possums joke. That one's a little deep. There was the Oakland A's of the MLB had possums in their broadcasting booth with them. So that is probably one of the funniest stories that I've heard in a long time. So that's what I was hanging out with.
How'd they find out about them? I'm just curious.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I just saw it on Twitter, and I thought it was hilarious, so I figured I'd make the joke.
What is our
cart
camera?
emptied?
I'll share.
Oh wow, we're a little on time this time.
We are. We might even be able
to
to get in a stream race, or I don't even think I really have that set up though, to be honest. I haven't checked that out in a while, so.
So Mike, we went from Italy to Belgium. How was your flight?
I didn't fly. I drove.
Really?
I have the company. Yeah, I have the.
Oh, that's right. You got the company Aventador. Yeah, my Fiat Panda broke down on the way to the airport.
It happens.
So yeah, to fix it again, Tony. So yeah, Eric got me a flight to Belgium. So business class, sat next to a crying baby. It was great, relaxing.
He got you business class. Man, that's better than he got me last time. That's why I just take the Aventador now. Cargo!
Cargo. Yeah, probably not far off. I felt like cargo.
I crossed through the lovely, lovely country of Switzerland on my way here. Went through the Swiss Alps. It was very nice. Were you the crying baby?
You know it, Justin. Pass fire and all, baby.
On my way home right now. Oh my goodness, the stinky cheese man. Can he make the race? That is the question.
Talk about needing a flight, huh?
Needs to put jet-powered engines onto his Honda Civic.
Does he actually have a Honda Civic?
I don't know. He does now.
Great. For Trackalicious lore purposes, he has a Honda Civic.
Yeah. Why not? Jason Provolone, the Cheese Man, has a Twitter fan club after him. We don't even have a Twitter fan club. Think about that for a second.
Well, we could have a Twitter if Eric would let me run it, but Eric knows that it's probably a mistake, so.
Yeah, probably. Nicholas Lima, P1. Great job, Nick. You see show up in chat. We do have a Twitter, yeah, but it's not like,
It's not. I mean, it's out there. It's there, but it's not there.
And I did ask you to run it.
You did? This is news to me.
Provolone, put your dang phone down and get your butt home. That's what I gotta say to that. Your fan club. In fact, I haven't even checked. Blue, have you checked the Provolone fan club Twitter today?
It's pandemonium.
It's
or I
pandemonium?
should say provolonium.
It's insanity. Provolone, if you don't make the race, I think your fan club literally will have a riot.
I think they'll melt.
They'll melt, and then they will re-solidify, and then you'll just have a gooey, sticky mess.
It'll be a fondue club instead.
10 minutes
also,
out? Ooh, boy.
Seeing some new rides out here. DeMarcus Rogers in the 47 992. We got Molaire in the 296. Steven Selby in the 296 as well. And none other than Brian Canapan, Yitcows Racing Brian Canapan, in the new Huracan, and he's telling me before the race he's feeling good about this. Unfortunately, he just lost all of his points because he switched cars, which he didn't run by me at all. So,
holy poggers! Yeah. Lucas Mind with a rating party of 30. Thank you, Lucas.
Go.
Unfortunate to see your result there. I think you definitely had more in you. But thank you for popping over here. I seriously need to learn how to speak like basic Portuguese. You know what? I know exactly. No, even better. Monica Swanseeger. Monica Swanseeger, where are you at? I hope that we need.
She knows Portuguese?
She does know Portuguese. She says
Why am I here?
Exactly. Honestly, Blue, you just speak Australian, which is basically
you're not supposed
useless.
to agree. speak Australian. No, yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I love. We'll get back to the track at hand. I love Zolder a lot. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's the only track I have a win at ever in a racing series, so it holds a very, very special place to my heart. Someone recently called it a glorified like autocross track, and I resonated with that. I liked that. It does feel very. It's fun. It's a ton of fun. You don't have much elevation change. You got a little hill here and there, but you gotta be on the brakes, and you gotta know where to eat the curb. But I love this track. I think it's a blast, and will provide some really good racing for these guys.
We were seeing 31s from the Porsche Cup cars, no?
Yeah, so we should be seeing, I'm thinking 28s.
We're seeing
out of these guys.
29s.
Of course, we just had a patch, of course, on Wednesday, right? And we covered the Monza 6 hours, and we were noticing some lap times drop off a little bit, but not by much. These guys are good enough to kind of figure it out and get it situated. Oh no, he's here to yell at me.
Thank you everyone in chat, all the Knee Mind Raiders, Lucas Mind fans. Like I said, unfortunately I don't speak Portuguese. I really wish I do. But
not yet. We're gonna train you up in some Portuguese.
Yeah, we're gonna get sponsored by Duolingo.
You're paying my hourly rate.
Set up.
But also we are not streaming on YouTube, but we will be uploading these.
I could say boa tarde, just like a good afternoon, I think, or a good day to everybody.
Really helpful.
You're ahead of us, in all honesty.
Two words.
How much time is left in quali? Quali has not started yet. And thank you, Datema Steel, for the follow. Thank you.
So
Mike,
I
do you
actually
have a picture-in-picture set up? Sorry.
I did pop in here to fill the stream a little bit, if I may.
Oh yeah, fire away.
We do have an announcement to make that we have partnered up with the Luke Addison of Luke Addison 96, I think it is on Twitch, and are hosting with Luke the Luke Addison Time Attack Shootout. Really excited about this. It is going to be a one-day time attack style tournament where people are going to be qualifying to get in. It's already up on our sim grid. Top 64 get into the tournament, and then you're going to be faced with random tracks, random cars, random weather, and a limited amount of time to set some hot laps and see, top whatever go through, and then you progress through the day and end up in a one-on-one 1v1 best of 3 race, but also still quality race where it's a hot lap and the best man wins, man or woman or whoever wins.
Huh.
Really excited. May 13th.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, May 13th, and I'm about to send you guys the poster for next time around to show the peoples, and I will also post the link for registration onto chat.
I posted our sim grid. I sim gridded, so it is over on sim grid.
Perfect. It is over on sim grid.
Along with all of our other events that we run, including our Thursday mixed class, Sunday Pro Series, which we are watching currently, and our Monday Rookies, which will be tomorrow. And our qualifying now comes to a close.
That was free practice, but
our
close
free
enough.
practice is what I meant to say. Comes to a close. I was just testing
with that,
you.
I should probably hop into the server. Thank you for my screen time, and I'll catch you guys later.
It is
good luck,
contractually obliged, so.
When cars.
All right.
Of course, Eric, our fearless leader, if you will, does a lot of stuff behind the scenes to get everything organized and get everything set up. So shout out to him and all the other mods and admins, as well as to you, Mike. Thanks for taking time out of your day to do this. Also, all the men and women of our crew here at Trackalicious, big shout out to them. Eric, of course, driving in this series as well, the number 5 BMW M4. So we're going to get to see Eric the Boss Gakassian take on Zolder.
Yep. The server leader. As we now switch over to the in-game session. Burakovsky in quali. I gotcha, Vadik. Vadik, great drive. You almost had that. No, wait, hold on. You did take the second position at the end, didn't you? You almost got overtaken. You managed to hold on.
Yes.
I got the memory
also,
of a goldfish.
Vadik was in the Box 3 mini series Super Trofeo Ferrari Challenge GT4. I believe crashed out, which was the Spa Eau Rouge Radeon, still not the cleanest on lap 1. Even after 1.9. Who would have thought?
Wow, Eric, you're so humble.
Leader. That was that on a fortune cookie? Is that where you found that? He just got some Panda Express and cracked that one open, huh? Man, that makes me want Panda Express. Well, Jason Provolone pushed that 2001 Honda Civic to its absolute limit. I think cylinder 3 was trying to escape. And he's almost home. He's almost in the rig. Qualifying just began. We're seeing odd-numbered cars out first. Of course, Zolder being a tight-knit little track. And part of the series is that they split up qualifying. So odd numbers first this week. Even numbers will go out second. You got any predictions for the race here?
No, I don't.
Okay,
Because I don't
alright,
have any of my statistics open, so I don't have anything to base my opinions off of. Give me a second.
I'm gonna go blindfolded, right? A lot of these guys have had some races under their belt since 1.9, so I'm not gonna say anyone's a rookie to the update by any means, but I'm gonna go the guy you got on screen right now, Eric Chen. The Bentley at Zolder is really, really powerful. It can eat those curbs. It's got a decent power band to maximize on the semi-straights that are here. They're not very long. It's got good brakes. I think Eric Chen could see. We've seen Eric Chen podium. Of course, we saw him podium last time out, I believe.
He won the last race, time around.
Yeah. So big shout out to Eric Chen. I think we got a podium there, and George Elmer, I think, is going to be a top 10 finisher, being in that Lexus. I like the Lexus here. So going with some odd ones, but I'm liking them.
I was looking for Blaine Hall, but I'm not seeing him this week. But Blaine Hall, he's been driving really well. I'd love to see. I wish I could see him in here. We got Alpha Dog Nate. He's going to be in the top 10, no doubt about that.
I'm foreseeing a win from Nate. Although he was saying earlier in the paddock, I was sitting down talking with him and his team. He's saying he wasn't feeling too confident, not too comfortable with Zolder. He's saying it's okay, and he's absolutely smoking my time. But he's saying, I'm not feeling the best.
As he sets the fastest lap, 129.4.
I think he's joshing us. I think he's trying to send us down the wrong path here. But I see a Nate Lamlin win.
Some might call it sandbagging.
As he's literally in the sand. That was funny.
Yeah, Ricardo Rivera, another driver that I'd like to see up there. Quinn Smith as well, but I don't know. Are either of them in here also?
Quinn Smith is here. Yep,
okay,
Quinn Smith in the Lexus. I may switch my pick from George Elmer to Quinn Smith because I don't think George Elmer's in here.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, George Elmer is in here. Well, George, I'm gonna snub your top 10 pick. I'm gonna go with Quinn Smith.
You're getting P11,
Sorry.
brother. Sorry.
Yeah, George Elmer P11. You heard it here first. Why blue isn't racing? Well, Wilson, I love this track immensely, but these guys are really fast, and I'm okay. So I stick myself in this beautiful commentator chair, like $1,100 chair that Eric got me. It's awesome, super ergonomic, and I talk about these guys driving really fast. My best time around here is I think I did a 29 in the Bentley at 1.8. I'm doing 30s, like mid to high 30s right now in 1.9. So I would be a hazard. I would be a hazard. These guys are doing 29s, low 30s, mid 29s. I'm not racing. But thank you, Wilson. Good job today, by the way, buddy. In that Super Trofeo Ferrari Challenge race that we did earlier. You are a warrior, taking it on at Spa. Also,
Brian
Jay
Fuller
Hall
there
saying
up to
good one as if it was a joke. Ouch. First of all. Second of all, yeah, and you're not wrong.
You got freaking roasted.
Yeah, no, I need some aloe today.
Brian Faluna.
Also,
looking
yeah,
to
Brian
take that
Faluna,
pole
newcomer,
position
first
potentially.
race.
Is this his first race in this series?
Yeah. And he's fast.
Yes,
he's
he
quick.
is.
I've a little bit of a hiatus from league stuff. I don't think he's raced very much with Tracklicious recently from the messages that I saw. He just went a little airborne over that chicane there,
Not
but
the optimal line.
he was very, very eager and very excited to get into the 992, and here he is at Zolder. We'll see what can he do. Sitting P2 as it stands right now. Also, have you noticed on the ACC Drive that they don't have the logos for the new cars?
What is ACC Drive?
Sorry, ACC Race Control. My bad.
I don't use race control.
You don't use Race Control?
No, I use ACC TV.
Oh. Well, excuse me.
I thought you knew
My
that.
sincerest apology. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no,
Also,
I-
ACC Drive is the best $20 I've ever spent. It's a little, like, third-party telemetry thing. Highly recommend it to anybody.
Niall Leroy Brown in the Phantasm. Wow. That was bad.
Yeah,
Niall
no, that was, you butchered that. That was pretty good.
Up to P5.
Niall Leroy Brown Schleter taking P4 as it stands right now. He's also in the new 992. Of course, when you switch cars in this series, you forego all of your points, your championship points. You start from 0. So these guys obviously wanting a new car, the new shiny toy, and forgoing all the points. Just like Brian Canapan did without telling me. So I'm not bitter.
You guys even
Oh,
have
Ross.
a livery?
Look at Ross Phelan.
Hey, he's
Sitting
up
in
in a P3.
P3. Doth do my eyes deceive me.
He was actually on a pole position lap a couple laps ago, and he managed to invalidated it, but it was still going for it. Speaking of pole position laps, Ross Fallon, he's currently on one. So is Eric Chen. Eric
Let's see what he
Chen,
can do here.
can he come across the line in pole? He does. 129.3.
129.3. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Yeah, you know, Eric will buy it for you. It's all good.
Yeah, thanks.
Ross Fallon looking to be the next one to come across the line here, and he is making an improvement as well. Is it going to be enough, though, for pole position? I'm not sure. It's going to be extremely close as he heads towards the line now. Ross Fallon comes across the line and pole 100th of a second over Eric Chen. My goodness. We have
Nice
Nate
job. This is
Lamlin,
gonna
though.
be tight.
Nate Lamlin's 400ths off of pole position as we head to the line. Is it going to be enough for Nate Lamlin to take it again? It is. Nate Lamlin 900ths. Just
What
about
a
a
shootout
10
here.
over Ross
Back
Fallon.
and forth, back and forth. And then Brian Faluna sitting in P4. He's up about 500ths on his time. He won't quite make. Maybe he will. He's gaining time. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that 23 Porsche. Gage Gonzalez currently sitting P7. Not exactly where Gage probably envisioned himself as it stands right now.
Yeah, he's maybe struggling a bit on this track.
Also, 1 minute remaining for these odd number cars as it stands right now. So I'm curious to see what Brian Faluna can do. The new Porsche here, of course, there's some setups out there. No, Coach Dave Academy has got the new 992, 296 setups available.
There's
But
the jardier
he's,
ones and stuff.
yeah, he's probably, my best guess is Brian is a little bit more of a setup snob. I don't mean that in a mean way. He probably knows what he's doing a little bit more than I do.
Let's keep an eye on this Puerto Rican driver.
P5. This Puerto Rican, this random dude that we found.
Yeah, this Puerto Rican driver here, who is currently 7/10 just about off of pole position, is looking to maybe make a small dent in that, to say the least, and potentially steal that away from
And he would
the California kid of Nate
smoke it.
Lamlin.
Yeah, He would absolutely smoke it. He's 8/10 up currently.
Yeah, he's about even. He needs a good exit here to come across the line. It's going to be extremely close as he heads towards the checkered flag, and it's 7/100ths faster than Nate Lamlin. Gage Gonzalez onto pole position for his final lap there. Wow.
Yeah, nice job there by final opportunity. Waited. It was like almost like sniping a bid on on eBay. Waited to the last possible second and snagged it. And let's see if Nate Lamlin has anything to come back. He's still on the track. He's sitting even with his Delta as it stands right now. So.
And the Puerto Rican love from David in chat. You'd love to see it. Representing his country there, Gage Gonzalez, showing that pole position. And Nate Lamlin, though, it's going to be, he doesn't have much to gain, and he's about dead even with his Delta right now. So let's see as he heads through the final sector here.
Are we going to see a 28? Almost a 28, I think.
He needs one more chicane to navigate here. As he heads
that
into
braking
it.
Point just right.
Slow in. Is it going to be a bit of a twitch on exit? I don't know. That might have been enough. Let's see. Coming across the line. It's going to be so close. It's 5/1000ths ahead of Gage Gonzalez.
A 129.192 versus a 129.197. I know they're sitting there jawing back and forth at each other. Gage and Nate are ultimate competitors. They are... That is awesome. That is so sweet to see. I think this is one of the closest races we've had since like Silverstone.
That
as far as
is
pace
insane. The reference that I always like to use is the human eye blinks in 0.2 of a second, people. That is so unfathomably small of a window that, I mean, you can't even conceptualize the difference. That's insane. Just
nutty. Nuttier than a jar of crunchy peanut butter, I like to say.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. And Palladini, welcome. Hello, guys. Have fun. Next week, you'll be on track. Which league? Are you going to be on track in the Pro League next week? We in. No pit lane start. Provolone has made it. The Provolone fan club is going to be through the roof.
The fondue club. The melting pot, if you will.
The melting pot.
People can't say the NSX is nerfed. Gage is a really good driver, so he's been driving in the Porsche in another series that we do on Wednesdays, and he makes any car look good, to be totally honest. And when you ask him, like, hey, how can I get faster? He's just like, I don't know. I do it. Like, he can't explain how he does it, but he gets it done. The other response I've gotten is get good, nerd. So,
a valid one.
Yeah, no, it is.
Ollie Roz is there up to P5 as he sets his first lap.
We're seeing the even-numbered cars come out now, of course. Odd numbers have to sit there and watch their times get deleted, potentially.
Yeah, taking a look at the track conditions here. It's a fast track. Looks about the same as it was for the first runners out there, so... The rubber getting laid down every lap. It will improve the grip. We have Jace Wright, the controller king, out here in P24.
Yeah, interested to see when it'll be a big day when Jace Wright moves away from the controller and onto a direct drive wheel. It'll be fun for sure. He's already pretty skilled on the sticks, so we'll see how he does.
Wilson Fernandez with a disqualification. I'm not sure what has happened there. Maybe went out during the wrong time is my assumption, but I'm not sure.
He may not have come back in after his time was up.
He is a even number.
Huh.
So I think
awkward, yeah.
He might have went out at the wrong time, but guess what? The Yit Cows Racing driver here of Brian Canapan, he's looking like he wants to take this pole position. The new Lamborghini Evo making a really strong entry into this league, it looks like.
As he called it, the Evo.
Yes.
Which is pretty funny. But, yeah, Brian, Wyatt and I, Wyatt, the team owner over at Yit Cows Racing,
Ooh,
We had that
400.
specially set as... Jeez. All right, yeah, I mean, the new Lambo's okay. You can forego your points for a win. That'd be cool. Yeah, we had this Lambo set aside for Brian for next to go around, but he actually took it off the truck. So, straight up stole it from me. He'll be hearing from my legal team.
Sounds like he is going to be needing a new racing seat relatively soon. I know he's been in that controversial seat for a while, ever since Silverstone, where he made his re-debut race, and it was an absolute calamity. He's shown what he can do since then, but still really being rebellious towards the Yitcow Racing management. He smashed the door a couple times. I just, you know, I can see the relationship between the team principal and them degrading relatively quickly.
He's a California native. Wyatt Schmidt, our CEO and founder, is also a California native, so they bonded there. But we'll see if the partnership continues after this season.
Let's see if Ollie Raza can get pole position here as he's heading towards the line. It's going to be another close one. 100th off. Jakob Padberg, just to throw it in there as he crossed the line. Look at this. Look at our top 5 separated by half of us. How do I even say that?
I gotta say,
half of a tenth separating our top 10.
This is the closest since Silverstone that we've had.
And Brian Canapan deciding to come across the line and say screw you to everybody and top the charts by 1.3 tenths.
Almost a 128 out of Brian Canapan.
Oh, I totally forgot about the onboard, too. With
Burakovsky. Yeah, he's not out there anymore.
Shoot. We'll get an onboard in the race for Burakovsky. I apologize for that. Vadik Odasaitsev in the pits. My bad, brother. My bad.
Just watched Brian Canapan make the Lambo into a rally Lambo. Does not work like that. Even with the new suspension. It's a 20th, Mike. Quick maths.
The 20th?
20th.
Fair enough. Wait, no, it's not.
20FTH. 20th.
Maybe an onboard with one of the fast boys? Yeah, we can do an onboard with Jakob Padberg as he's starting his lap. Heading through T1 now, using too much of the track, in fact. That's going to be it there for Jakob Padberg. He's going to have one more attempt to go around the track, but here we have Brian Canapan. He's starting his lap now. Let's see what he can get done. Running wide onto that curb, not invalidating like the car in front did there. As we see, the track conditions honestly look like they're getting a little bit worse, as the clouds getting a bit thicker here in Belgium.
How many C's is that in thicker?
Just 2 right now. We're getting there. We'll see what the third one, if it comes by the end of this session. But currently, the Huracan GT3 Evo 2 looking to take even more time out of that chart. We're in the 29s already. So let's see if we can get to the 28s here.
And Brian looking to get it set the first 28 of the qualifying session. And Justin, to answer your question, you're like 4th on the list of Yitkow's racing drivers. Of course, Justin Seckham, a Yitkow's racing BMW driver. Do you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, he's part of the YCR family.
Interesting. Anyways, Brian Canapan heading down towards the chicane now into the final part of the track, looking to improve that pole position. We're gonna head into the 28s, I think.
Jeremy Clarkson moment. Oh no. Anyway,
that was what I was going for.
Great, fantastic.
Ollie Raza stealing pole position, but I think we're gonna have
28 for Ollie Raza,
and it's quickly answered.
Oh. I'm making Tim the Toolman Taylor sounds in the booth right now. Wow, nice job, Ollie Raza and Brian Canapan with the 28s. Jakob Padberg didn't have quite enough in the tank to be able to set another one. He returns to pits. Woof.
Ollie Raza, though, and Brian Canapan stay out.
Yeah, they're both down on their deltas as it stands right now. I've got the 990 of Molaire. He's currently up in that 296. Pepto-Bismol Pink Ferrari. Rapid is a way to put it. Otherworldly, alien,
Yeah.
UFO.
That's what these. I put these emotes specifically in here, basically for this league. So
Extraterrestrial. The third kind.
he's got a hustle on. Ali Raza doesn't, though. That's the end of his session. Second place is all it'll be for him. That means that Brian Canapan has secured the pole position here, as I do not think Christopher Moeller is gonna have enough in the
296.
The 296.
Yep. Yeah, no. You're good. You're good. Sound it out.
It's just, why do they have to make such
6, 2, 1, 3.
It's one of those numbers in there somewhere, maybe. But he will not have enough in him. Casey Schutte comes across the line for P20. Christopher Moeller. Isn't that... Why is that name familiar? Is Christian Moeller... Christian Moeller's a GT driver, isn't it?
Well, Christian Moeller is actually about 10 ninjas. Did you know that?
Christopher Moeller might be 10 ninjas. But isn't Christian Moeller, isn't that an actual real-life racing driver?
I do not know.
I think that
You'll
name
have to...
that name's really familiar for some reason. But that is pretty much everybody done. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's everybody done in terms of our qualifying session for race 1. Why did you just give out my socials?
Oh, the numbers.
Oh. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? That's why Jake's face is here. I love it. Hydrate before we get into this grid walk, too. Not a bad shout. Hope this isn't deafening. Just make sure that it's going to be deafening, even though I've already played it. I know it. That's the worst part. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's hydrate real quick. As we have 30 minutes on the clock here for race 1 tonight. It's 2 races. There will be another qualifying session after this. And starting in that infamous P1 is going to be none other than, I think this is his first P1 in the Trackalicious League since he came back.
It is,
Brian
yes.
Canapan.
Yep.
The number 40 new Evo lined up next to
Evo.
Ali Raza in the Aston Martin. Number 30 car. We've heard bad things about the Aston since the update, but Ali Raza and Jakob Padberg seem to not care at all as they put it in P2 and P3. Jakob Padberg P3 for him, respectively. Nate Lamlin lining up in the second row. Going to be P4 for him, the number 11 BMW. Then we have Gage Gonzalez in that Honda, bringing up P5. Quinn Smith in P6. Ross Fallon, 7th fastest, followed up by Eric Chen in the big old Bentley. Then we have Christopher Moeller in the number 9 position, the 990. William Collin, going to be 10th fastest, number 48, followed up by Badik Odasaitsev in P11. Brian Faluna in P12, good result for him on his return back. TJ Washed in P13. I'm Not Jimmy, going to be 14th fastest, bearded driver on Twitch, followed up by Matt Arteem in 15th position. Niall Leroy Brown Schleter in P16, followed up by Drew Burkowski, who we will get an onboard lap, I assure, number 63 car. Dalton Oxborough, the number 18, or P18, number 820, followed up by Andreas Mostachero, the Canadian, in 19th position. Rounding up our top 20 will be Casey Schutte in the 444 Aston Martin, followed up by Christian Sherrard in what I presume to be the new Ferrari, number 120. And then we have Stefan Selby in P22, followed up by DeMarcus Rogers in 23rd. Kenneth Smith, 24th fastest, followed by Ismail Kobus in the Pigeon Racing Team, the Brazilian driver. Bronson Turner in P26, followed up by George Elmer in 27th. John Smith, 28th fastest, followed by Devin Anthony in 29th. Christopher Tones in 30th. Professor Kronotis bringing up 31st position. Jace Wright, the Controller King, in P32. Eric Gakasi, the Armenian driver, in P33. Jason Provolone, who did manage to make the qualifying session, still down in P34. And Wilson Fernandez bringing up the back of the grid here. The 808 Ferrari. The 296, I think.
It is in fact the 296. And I'm getting word that it was a purposeful DSQ. He wanted to start from the back of the grid. So, yeah, we're seeing a couple new 296s out there. Selby, Sherrard, of course, Sherrard previously in the 488, rolling off in the new 296. Now Schlieder in the 992 Porsche in the phantasmagoric 992 for Phantom Sim Racing. The lone 488 Evo is a Mr. Washed Up Squid.
DJ Washed, of course. Buddy does that on purpose to avoid the chaos. I like how you call him Buddy. 10 seconds to Brian Canapan.
I believe
for
Palladini
a
is a Buddy. So yeah, Brian Canapan has a penalty from last race that he has to serve this race. It'll be served in the pits. So Niall Schlieder, as well as Dalton Oxborough, all three of those guys with penalties as it stands right now. I believe the penalty was contact, some sort of incident last week. I still believe in him. Don't worry.
But Wet Sox, I know you were talking about Pro V, but it's still just weird that you call him Buddy. I don't know. People that call people, but where it's like when you go up to someone you don't know and you're like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" It's like, dude, I'm not your buddy, pal.
I'm not your guy, friend.
You messed it up.
I don't watch South Park, so.
I don't even think it's from South Park originally.
What?
I thought it was an SNL thing, but.
I'm not your guy, friend?
Yeah, I thought that came from SNL and then South Park picked it up.
Everybody is buddy. Absolutely not, Justin. Absolutely not. 6 more Jack and Cokes and you'll be fine, dude.
Jeez. Enough to tranquilize an elephant.
Well, have you seen Justin?
No.
Exactly. Everybody is buddy, Wet Sox. I agree. I do the same thing. I'm like my friend, my buddy. I've met him like twice. I'm the same way. We're getting up here for the start.
Yes, we are 2x2 Noah's Ark formation as we get ready to go green for race 1
I love that line.
of the Trackalicious Sunday Pro Series, and we're green, and it's a smashing start from the Evo on P1.
Smashing.
Quickly tucked in by Ollie Raza. 2 wide, Nate Lamlin and Jakob Padberg as we go side by side. Nate Lamlin ekes out the advantage onto the gravel. He will have the inside line for the next corner. Quinn Smith trying to find any advantage he can, but he's kind of stuck. Not much he can do there. Gage Gonzalez, the Puerto Rican e-racing club driver behind. We see Eric Chen getting washing wide, and there's contact. Christopher Moeller is off into the barrier and off stranded on the side of the road. Luckily, everybody managing to get by fairly well. Jakob Padberg down the inside, backs out of it. That would have been a really risky move.
Yeah, it would have been pretty courageous, pretty brave of Padberg there, as we're on board with him right now. But it was there, the daylight was there, but that corner can just absolutely end you.
Burakovsky, what has happened here? Let's go back. I think multiple cars got caught up in this one. Let's see what happened. As we have Burakovsky here coming into the chicane. Dalton Oxborough also off. Oh, Burakovsky's hit! And everybody else managing to make it round mostly. Oh, and then he gets hit again by the track.
Gaussian?
No, I think that was Professor Chronotis, maybe. Or Christopher Tones? It was Christopher Tones. Okay.
Ah, the Marshmallow Man.
Yes.
That sucks.
I think I just missed something there. But that's okay.
And Matt, our team, also just slowing down. A really awkward spot. It's not on Matt. It's just a really, really awkward spot to be at. And then the bonk there by Christopher Tones. George Elmer. I'm getting Burakovsky and Elmer blue flag or yellow flags. I'm not sure if you are too.
I'm not actually.
Also, Devin Anthony coming in for an early pit stop, and yeah, Malaire also coming in for an early pit stop for Chris.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah, Devin Anthony doesn't look like there's any severe damage to the car. I wonder what's going on there.
Oh, and there goes Quinn Smith off the track. Vidiko to Saitsev forcing him into an error, and that's going to be under immediate threat from Eric Chen behind. Eric Chen losing a good bit of ground on the start, I'm pretty sure. Eric Chen started in Oh, he's up a position. He started in P8, excuse me. It's not the greatest qualifying from him in the Bentley.
Yeah, and Quinn Smith moves up into P6 for that, so not a terrible run for a car that's not meta, essentially. I also apologize, Quinn. I don't have your livery. I'm so sorry.
You have Eric Chen's livery? Because there's like a couple liveries I'm missing that I feel like I shouldn't be.
I don't think Eric Chen has one. I think he runs the matte black, the mean matte black Bentley.
Nate Lamlin is off!
No way!
The California kid, what has happened here? Alpha Dog Nate with Jakob Padberg behind him here. Was there contact? We head into the chicane.
Nope.
Too much curb on the inside, and that just unsettles the car. Jakob Padberg forcing him into a mistake, and Nate Lamlin rejoins in 18th position.
Nice job avoiding the wall, though, because that could have been really terminal if he ended up cranking that Armco barrier. So, you know, not where he wants to be, clearly, being in P18 and being a normal front runner, but, you know, could have been way worse. I'm also watching Brian Canapan and Ali Raza take the curbs of the first chicane, and they are absolutely testing the suspension update that just came out on Wednesday. It is hilarious. And Ali Raza not letting Brian sleep at all. There's no... Now with Zolder, of course, there's no relaxation anyway, but there is really none right now for Brian Canapan, as he is getting absolutely hunted down by Ali Raza.
Yeah, absolutely. And position gains, we have Jace Wright. He started in P32. He's up 12 positions. Christian Sherrard, he started P21. He's up 7 into 14th. And 8 positions gained for Andreas Mastachero. Also, Vidiko to Saitsev in P4, currently gaining 7 positions from P11. So what a lap 1 from him. Really just capitalizing on the mistakes of others and not making any himself.
Yeah, Gage Gonzalez down into a, still in the top 10, but in P10 as it stands right now, right behind Brian Faluna. So, a little weird there. Something maybe got tangled up in some lap 1 shenanigans. I do know for a fact Brian Faluna has a T-Rex face on his car. I think you have it.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, that IMSA 992 T-Rex car is fantastic. Chris Tones also has one. It's in bright pink. The real-life one is, of course, lime green, and it's probably my favorite car on the IMSA grid. And I'm not a Porsche guy. Such a sick transition. You're so good at that.
I do love it. The guys in the truck have gotten it down, no doubt about that.
Gage Gonzalez, getting a little squirrely.
Yeah, he's down 5 positions, so maybe picked up a little bit of damage.
I was about to say that. I wonder if there's some damage to that NSX that's causing him to struggle a little bit.
Where is Fernandez?
Fernandez is down in P33, or excuse me, P32 as it stands right now.
Okay, there we go.
And he's about to overtake Provi, who has just gone rally driving through the Belgian wilderness.
Wilson Fernandez, he's made his pit stop already, so he's going to be looking for that long-term strategy play. We'll see what he can manage to make out of it. He's pretty close to the back of the pack, though, in terms of the non-pit stoppers. Got TJ Washed here in the squiddly Ferrari. That's going to be the old 499.
488. You're really close, though, champ.
Look, just agree on an even number.
I think the 499 is their hypercar, I'm pretty sure.
That'd be pretty cool to see on the grid. With my car calling out.
Oh, big off by Quinn Smith. Hold your brakes, champ. Oh, making that thing. He's doing some V8 supercar burnouts right now in the grass there. Right after the first chicane, just loses his cool. and cranks it. Not great.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the tire wear is going to be an interesting management piece here, especially for the guys that pitted early. Zolder is not fantastic on tires. It's no like Zandvoort or anything like that, but I'm thinking that may come back to bite them in the end. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a total dummy face, but I think the undercut may hurt them.
Yeah, tire wear by the end of this, you're right. They will be screaming. But we'll see. Maybe the 5 seconds in terms of a 30-minute race, maybe that isn't quite what you want. I'm not sure. Maybe you wouldn't make up that 5 seconds, but Drew Burakovsky with a drive-through penalty as well. Yep, doubleheader, 30 and 45-minute races. And this is, of course, race 1, our 30-minute race, where we currently have Brian Canapan, who has led every lap so far and started in pole position, but he does have a 10-second penalty still to serve. Keep that in mind.
And Ali Raza is still less than a second away from him. He's 0.5 seconds away from him. They're coming across some lap traffic, which is not unusual for shorter races here at Zolder, just because the track is smaller. As you said, older track. It is an old school track for sure, 1971. I loved watching... someone is off there at the first chicane. Who was that?
Drew Burakovsky, who is not having a great race. I know I still need to do an onboard with them, but they kind of... Yeah, it's just... It's not going too great. Love goes out to you, Drew. The fuchsia Competizione Esports. Go ahead, sorry.
Some DTM. Those big, before they changed, of course, the aero regulations of DTM, watching those big, stupid-looking 2016 DTM cars go around Zolder was so cool. Definitely a track that's on my bucket list. I don't know about you.
Yeah, you know, I'd love to go to any track in Belgium, especially, like you say, these big ones where they have such history to them. I'm pretty sure they race... No, they don't race motorcycles here, do they? That would be ridiculous.
No, that would be awesome.
Well, I don't think that would be doable.
Mike, by the way, anybody who knows Mike Noss, big MotoGP guy.
I do love my MotoGP, I will admit.
Yep.
I think motorcycles are absolutely stupid in terms of driving them on the road, but if you're driving them on a track, it's all gravy, baby. So...
Also, a little bit of an off for Jay Smith. 87 CrowdStrike Mercedes, taking a little bit of an alternate line.
Thank you.
2T and 3.
Thank you, Sifu, for the follow. Missed that about 5 minutes ago. And thank you to Roman Craig. Yeah, there we go. It's just all lowercase. Roman Craig for the follow.
Name a third Belgian track. Versosa, I am not sure. There's Spa, obviously, the super big famous one. Zolder. I don't know of a third Belgian track. Do you know of a third Belgian track?
With my Googling, no.
Oh,
it takes me
nice.
too long to find it because that is how unpopular Belgian tracks are. Belgium's tiny, dude. There's like... I mean, you got like Lommel, whatever that is.
Belgium is itty-bitty. There is a giant pack right now. Eric Chen leads the pack for P5. There's Eric Chen, Ross Fallon, Will Collin, Brian Faluna, Gage Gonzalez, and Andreas Mastachero, which is probably my favorite name to say on the grid. At least one of them. Niall Leroy Brown Schleter is also up there.
Spa's like half the country. Yeah, pretty much. It's like already half of the Ardennes forest that's in there. Like, I'm sure there's a couple go-kart tracks, but...
Oh, Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith smelling some blood on the Stooge Racing of Bronson Turner.
This little... Oh, I see what you're seeing. Okay, fair enough. But this other little battle in front of them has been...
You're picking up what I'm putting down here, right?
Ooh, Andreas Mastachero.
Oh, no.
He's doing some preemptive celebration.
I don't think that's on purpose.
Let's see what
Is
happens.
that unassisted?
Yeah, it looks to be. Looks to be all on his lonesome here.
Oh, Quinn Smith gets the overtake done
Ooh.
on Bronson Turner, showing that JDM power over that silly McLaren little go-kart.
The new suspension on these cars is so bouncy, it's insane. Like, anytime I see them hit anything, they just gain perpetual momentum, and I just don't get it.
Well, I don't know what perpetual motion means, or momentum means. So we're going to go look at Gage Gonzalez, who's sitting P9 at the bottom of the pack for P10. He's got Niall Schluter about 5 seconds away. Ross Fallon hunting down Eric Chen. The Lambo is powerful here at Zolder. I was not expecting that.
One thing I do want to take a look at here is this livery of Ismail Kobus. This livery has seen some changes throughout its days ever since it first came into the league. I will say it's really improved.
Yeah. I have the Mark 1. I don't have the Mark 3 here.
Yeah, this is a really, really nice livery.
Oh man, Ross Phelan absolutely eating those curbs. Nom 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 nom.
It's Ismail Kobus looking to make a move here onto Jace Wright, heading into the back chicane. Lifts off really early.
And I'm Not Jimmy and Casey Schutte. Casey Schutte overtaking the Victoria native. The bright pink Aston Martin of I'm Not Jimmy, sitting in P14. Probably not too terribly keen on where he's at right now, lapping at a pace of a 1:31.1.
Where'd posture check go? I got rid of it because it's not applicable.
And plus, damn, son, I need one.
No, it's just that, like, in terms of racing, who has good posture? If you have good posture while you're watching a race, then nothing exciting is happening. Because, like, I'm constantly leaned over, so posture checks are just irrelevant when you're watching a motor race.
Well, speaking of posture, Brian's maintained his, setting a 1:29.1, fastest lap of the race as it currently stands. He also, his last lap was a 1:29.4, so he is lapping pretty quick, about 4/10 faster than his nearest competitor, which is Ali Raza, who's backed up quite a bit. Probably trying to save some tires, because trying to push at Brian's pace for too long is going to munch those tires to bits. Oh no, what happened to Nate?
Nothing has happened. It's just a battle heating up here between Wilson Fernandez and Nate Lamlin, that's all.
Oh, look at that. Two very, very fierce competitors. Two guys that are pretty good at the sim.
And anyone interested in doing the 6 hours SRA at Nürburgring? Daniel Versosa is curious.
Only if it's in the Lexus, Dan.
Ooh,
I will drive the Lexus for 6 hours.
What's happened here? Ooh, big curb for Ismail Kobus, and he loses the position there to TJ Wash, but I think he takes it right back. No, he doesn't. Never mind.
Yeah, Vadiko to Zaitsev, take a pit as it stands right now. Matt, our team, hunting down Big Bad Leroy Brown Schluter. Gage Gonzalez moving up a couple spots due to that pit from Oda Zaitsev.
Yeah, and I think we are going to see Brian Canapan stay out as long as he possibly can here, just trying to gain as much as he can with that penalty.
He is absolutely launching that car over that second curb on the chicane. He is just chucking that thing around. Wow. Want to test tire wear on a different car. All right, Dan, let's go with the 296. I'll gladly do it with you. Or whatever car you want to do, dude. I'll gladly do it with you. How about that? I'm getting signed up for a race while commentating.
That you don't even know when it is.
No, I have no clue. No idea. Could be Sunday at 8 for all I care.
Yeah.
I'll hop in. I'll do what I did yesterday. And
commentate in between stints.
Yeah, remember how we said, oh, Brian, were you speeding before you hit that pit limiter? Also, remember how we were saying Brian was going to try to go as long as possible?
He didn't, yeah.
Well, yeah, he made us look like absolute dirty liars.
Which is really interesting. I would have thought, I mean, I guess he's just trying to get onto those fresh tires. Honestly, though, I doubt he's going to take tires. He needs to do something different to make up that 10-second penalty. He can't just do what everyone else is doing.
Also, good point there by Cody Bland in the 296. It is not endurance ready, as we found out yesterday. Remember?
Oh yeah, true.
Yep.
Might be fixed by then, but we'll see. Because that seems like a bug that they want to fix probably pretty quickly. At least I would hope, if they care about this game.
Also, Will Collin hunting down. It's Ross Phelan right in front of him.
Somehow do not have this livery. That doesn't make any sense. The Studio 2108.
He had one on earlier in the season. I had it, so.
'Cause that's the same as Padberg's, so. That's
very, very weird.
Padberg's teammate. I'm not sure why.
Shooty is Padberg's teammate.
Yeah, well, so is.
Oh, so is Colin? Okay,
Yeah.
they all three have the same livery. All right.
Well, they should. I don't know why one
pay
doesn't.
attention, right? I'm just here for the check.
2.0, maybe they'll fix it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We'll see, yeah.
Oh, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now for the battle for P9.
Yeah, I'm not Jimmy.
James Rolfe versus Christian Sherrard. A rivalry that extends even the dinosaurs. This could get good. This could get real good.
Yes, indeed. Sherrard in the 296. Making it.
And Jimmy in that AMR. No room for each other.
Holy
None.
Oh, there's so much weaving going on that straight. Wow.
Yeah, definitely an interesting take. Very defensive.
My goodness.
Oh, man.
Christian Sherrard slamming the door shut, grabbing a cable tie, tying the door shut to the neighbor's door. So nobody can open it. My
goodness. And I think there's a little bit of a bump there by Jimmy, letting him know that he's here and he's got his hat on backwards and he's also ready to party.
And it's raining?
It's raining?
Now what?
Hallelujah, it's rain. That's why people pit.
No, I don't think that's why people pit. I think people pit because there's a mandatory.
I think that's why Brian pit.
Okay, that maybe could be. I don't know. We're gonna see if he pit onto wets. That's really bold to call that early because I don't think anyone predicted this.
We got a great engineering team over at Yitcows Racing.
Oh my goodness!
What a battle, bumping and grinding. Rubbin's racing here, boys. Quinn Smith also trying to throw his hat into the conversation here.
Christian Sherrard makes contact with Quinn Smith, forcing him off, unsettling the car.
Have to leave it a space.
And
all the time you have to leave it a space.
Flash of the headlights from Christian Sherrard there. He is not happy with the events that are unfolding.
Loses 2 positions there. Good battling though. Good battling. That's a racing incident, and it's not all for naught because these two are gonna come out. Oh man, they're gonna come out together too, which will be fun.
Yeah. And we'll see. I would imagine they're gonna switch to wets. It's only 5 seconds additional.
I'm tingly.
Jakob Padberg still hasn't taken his pit. Neither has Ollie Raza, but you know who has taken his pit? That was Brian Canapan. And I honestly don't think he pit onto wets.
Underrated track indeed, Rubik. Underrated track indeed.
Taking a look at the weather. It is going to continue raining for the rest of this race. It's a greasy track, though, so honestly, I don't think it's ready for wets. If drivers do switch over, they're going to cook them immediately.
Yeah, it'll be a bold move for these guys. I didn't think about the greasy factor. I always forget that it doesn't just automatically go wet.
Yeah, exactly. So these drivers are going to be cooking their wet tires if they do decide to go on to them. We're looking at Brian Canapan here, last lap, 131.8. His fastest lap, which of course he does have the fastest lap, 129.1. Massive difference in lap times here. But everybody in front of him pretty much needs to get their pit stop done. Drew Burakovsky in front of him here. Why don't we give him a little bit of an onboard because we still owe him. Heading into the chicane now.
Still owe him.
Gonna probably let the driver there, Brian Canapan by.
Also, I was watching Eric Chen and Gage Gonzalez give each other zilch room in the pit lane. Like none.
Drew Burakovsky making his own way on this track. Struggling in these conditions for sure.
Also, Brian Faluna and Ross Fallon battle for 14th and 15th, heating up a little bit. There wasn't much of a gap between the two.
Oops, that's the wrong camera. That's also the wrong camera. There's the... Okay, well, the right camera didn't matter because he went off track. All right, great. Ross Fallon gets overtaken by Brian Faluna due to a mistake.
Who's that right behind him? Will Collin.
Yeah, they might just crank their pressures up on their dry tires. That's a good point. We'll see where Brian Canapan ends up after this pit phase, as he does have Jakob Padberg and Ollie Raza 5 seconds ahead of him after the pit phase. Wow. So these guys must have gone on to wets.
Yeah, which will pay off later, but there's only about 7 minutes left in the race. They could have maybe made it. I don't know, dude. Driving on cold, dry tires just is a recipe for disaster, especially a track that relies so much on braking and really good turn-in. I would have maybe gone for a little bit extra grip.
Stop, go 30 for John Smith down in P34. And the move there from the big old Bentley of Eric Chen onto William Collin.
Bentley really good in the rain. For my time driving it in the rain, it did really well. The Aston Martin also very good in the rain as he's getting hunted down by an Aston Martin and Will Collin.
The move attempt onto the exit, that's an interesting way. Trying to get the drive on exit, not going to happen though.
Also, Niall Schlieder has not pit yet, I don't believe. He's currently leading the race in that new 992 that he rolled off the truck.
That is a good point, Dan. We've said it a few times, but we'll say it again. Just in case anyone doesn't know, with this side-by-side action happening on track, though, hold on. Well, William Collin is going to get by, it looks like, taking the long way around. What an overtake.
Yeah, nice job there. Heavy braking zone, making it look a lot easier than it probably actually was.
It is probably a bit easier to overtake on the outside in these conditions than it would be on the inside, though. You don't need to worry about clattering into the car next to you, and you can carry your speed. Sort of like the karting line when it's wet, you always want to overtake on the outside in go-karts. Just kind of, well, not always, but 99% of the time.
Also, yes, there is a second race. It's a 45-minute race after this one. This is the first 30-minuter, and then we have a double-header event tonight, so it is a 45-minute right after this. 75 minutes of unadulterated action.
Jakob Padberg lapping 4 seconds faster than Brian Canapan last lap.
Oh, no.
So I think there was a bit of an error there for him.
I got Brian Faluna and Eric Chen making a wee bit of contact here at the first chicane. Oh, yeah, Brian Faluna kind of misses the first part of the chicane, tries to correct, and bonks right into Eric Chen.
Andreas Mastachero getting overtaken currently by Quinn Smith. BMW versus Lexus into the chicane. Both drivers leaving each other enough room there. Quinn Smith, though, not quite able to get it done.
It's a little bit of a cut. Look at that. The yaw on that BMW.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, man. Tell me how you know how they drive in Tokyo, Mr. Mastachero. That was pretty sweet. But yeah, the cut that Mastachero just took on that chicane complex was a little sketchy, if you will.
Oh no, and Devin Anthony, he was driving so well. What has happened here? Heading into the chicane, just probably too much curb, the recipe for the McLaren's downfall, which exactly is what happened.
Womp, womp, womp.
Ollie Raza, though, and Jakob Padberg are side by side. Oh man, and I can't go because the replay. Okay.
Well, it just missed the. I was on board in the picture-in-picture. Ollie Raza was going to get overtaken. Padberg cut the chicane and gave the position back. Outbraked himself here. Yep, there you go. And just gave the position back to Ollie Raza. That would have been a little bit of an unfair overtake, that is for sure.
Yep, Jakob continues the charge. Got 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go. The leader is 37... Oh, because that's Niall Schlieder, who hasn't pit yet with his 10-second penalty. Okay, Ollie Raza is our preliminary race leader.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the tire wear on that Porsche is pretty good because he's been able to keep it on track the last couple laps that I've seen. He's done a fine job.
He's lapping a 139.6, so I think the reason he's keeping it on track is because he's going slow. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I realized that as soon as those words came out of my mouth, I saw the last lap time, and I was like, man, I am a silly goose.
He's keeping it on track, which, hey, I mean, you know, it's better than going off track, but
yeah. To finish first you have to finish.
Exactly.
So, yep.
Is the track wet or damp now? It's wet, so it is, in fact, a wet track at this point.
Is the track wet or damp? The question was, is it greasy or damp?
I had my half of my chat covered up.
I was elected to lead, not to read. It was a classic. I'm put here to cast, not to read.
Yep. I have half my chat covered up by my ACC TV, so I can only see the second half.
Oh, I have a little box where the Twitch chat goes in between my screens and my race control app. So, yeah, I'm right there with you.
Well, I just basically tried to fill in the first half of the sentence. Andreas Mastachero, though, he's trying to fill in this position for P14 as we're going sliding down into the chicane.
The sentence was going to go.
I don't know where you thought it was going to go, but I don't want to know. I'm not Jimmy under threat from Quinn Smith.
Yeah, and I'm not Jimmy leapfrogging Quinn Smith earlier on, and now he's going to try to attack. Is there some damage to that Lexus? Oh, big brakes.
No, not really. Doesn't look like it.
No, okay. It was just a visual error on my part.
Yeah, it looks pretty healthy if it is.
Also,
if it does
Niall Schleter has finally pit.
Will Collins side by side here with Ross Fallon going down the start-finish straight. I'm not sure who was ahead at the beginning of this engagement.
Ross Fallon was. And it looks like that was a great idea. Go outside for T1, and then it sets you up pretty nicely for the inside of T2.
A lot
but you gotta hold on to it, Will.
That was
no!
Honestly, really impressive. That was a lot of curb for the wet conditions like that.
Yeah, he's got great car control in that Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is very, very steady. It's a little bit of a boring car last time I drove it, but albeit boring.
Oh,
speaking.
Wow.
Stable. Oh, no.
I'm not Jimmy gets bumped off the road there as he tried to make an overtake around the outside.
Was he assisted?
Yes, yeah, he was trying to go. He was trying to go around the outside, and Andreas Mastachero, I think that is the number 114. No, 414. So yeah, that was Matter Team. Yep, contact right there sends him wide.
And I think that's just a little bit of loss of grip from the Audi, and
I don't know what Jimmy was doing there, to be completely honest. He should know that it's the wet conditions and that gap is going to close. But
Will Collins on a tear, taking over Otis Zaitsev in no time. Now we got two Lambos sitting back there. Ollie Raza, nice race win for race 1. Jakob Padberg coming in P2. My boy, Brian Canapan in P3. Gage Gonzalez, the random Puerto Rican guy that we found in P4. Will Collins on a tear. Oh, I'm not Jimmy and Matt, our team. What happened here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's a little bit of a bonk, I believe, between the two.
We're coming into the inside here. Plenty of room for the number 1 car getting onto the curbs, accelerating. We're side by side, and that gap just closes.
Happy to see more Lambos in the wild. Nature's healing. Yeah, Lambo podium with the new Lambo.
What the heck, Matter Team, are you doing?
Rally Audi. Going back to that Group B car.
I think Matter Team's a little frustrated with how that race finished. No doubt about that.
Yep.
And honestly, maybe I don't blame him. Okay, that was a bit unnecessary.
I don't think that was on purpose.
If it wasn't, I don't know how. That was very preventable. That was very unnecessary. Coming into the final chicane, though, Dalton Oxborough and Christopher Tones. Christopher Tones on the inside. Goes onto the gravel. We're going to see the switchback from the Stooch Racing McLaren. It's going to be side by side to the line. Dalton Oxborough gets the job done. Can he hold it? Looks like he does. Oxborough takes P29 over P30 to Chris Tones there, making that up at the very end. And there will be another race after this, folks, so don't go anywhere. Will be another 45-minute race, so we'll have another qualifying session too. On top of that, we'll head back to the booth momentarily while we wait. Hello, everybody. We're back in the booth. No Blue next to me today. Blue is inside of the dining cart we've established. So
yeah, I've been hidden inside the dining cart. I will actually be BRB, as the kids say.
Okay, you gonna go talk to your racing driver?
Yeah, I'm gonna go give him my congratulations.
Fair enough. But yeah, great race one there from the Pro Series. Lots of action on track with the sudden rainstorm at the very end. I don't think anyone really saw that coming. So, you know, that's how it goes. Track looks moist. Yes, it does. Is it possible to run 2 qualifying sessions prior to the race? Not really. Because you wouldn't have the opportunity for people to join in the race 2 that weren't able to make race 1. That just, yeah. No, Dogo, I can't. I said it once. I don't take bribes here. So we will see another qualifying. If only I hadn't got taken out on the first lap. Yeah. We did, in fact, catch that, Christopher, excuse me. I don't know why I keep calling you Christian. Padberg, you can use all 5 of yours right now, but know that you only get 5 per stream. Congrats. I'll hydrate 5 times, but that's it. You literally get no more now, thanks to you. We'll get there. I'm not going to take 5 swigs immediately. We're on 3. Padberg, it's literally your fault. I don't know what you're complaining about. You're a monster. You're hilarious. We look at how everyone finished the race. Yeah, of course. Let's switch back over real quick before we switch sessions. Ollie Raza took the win, followed up by Jakob Padberg. Brian Canapan, after that 10-second penalty, did manage to take P3. Gage Gonzalez in 4th. Will Collin in 5th. Federico Saitsev in 6th. And we are now...
Green light, give it all you can.
Gone. Into the next session. Turn off picture-in-picture momentarily. Yeah, as we get into the next qualifying session, be waiting for the drivers to get out on track. We'll finish the hydrates. There you go, Padberg. There's your 5 for you. Wait, I think that was 4. There's your 5. Okay, thanks, Bosworth. Okay, yep. Did in fact ask for that one. No denying that. We have the professor in chat as well. Welcome, Milwy. Happy to see you here. Very well. You guys want the head-sized water bottle. I see how it is. We'll call that good. It's an average-sized water bottle as well. That's a thermos of ramen broth. That is disgusting. As we do see the cars getting out on track, we'll switch back over into the session here. Holly, it's an average-sized water bottle. Size, it doesn't matter, okay? I don't know why everyone is so obsessed with the size of my water bottle. It's getting kind of ridiculous. Eric Chen is the first one out on track here. Number 69. Nice. Bentley. Rounding the track. The motion of the ocean, Millwheats. The motion of the ocean. Jeez. Eric Chen starting his lap, though, in the right-hand drive Bentley. So anyone used to watching Apex is on the other side. Well, congrats. You're now driving on the incorrect side of the car. We head now through Canal Bocht into Lucien Bianc Bocht. Heading towards the Klein chicane. I don't use Tinder, Holly. I use Grindr, I'll have you know. Wait, what is Grindr? Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not Grindr. Okay, I don't... That's right. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Yep, yes, yellow flags indeed. Everyone throw up the yellow flag on that one. My bad. Luckily, Blue wasn't here to comment on that. That's all I have to say. Wait, he is here. But he isn't. Oh, okay. No judge zone. It's all good. It is okay. I agree. I just didn't know what it was until I said it, which, you know, that's basically the definition of what everything I say is, so...
Yeah, Mike,
he heard it.
I did indeed. You know what? We're really proud of you, Mike.
Definitely set myself up on that one, but hey.
Yeah, you did.
Man managed to misspread information to himself. Honestly.
About himself.
I could not have said it better myself. Drew Burakovsky, though, on to pole position.
Aww.
Look at that.
Trying to take some Advil, and I realized I don't have any water.
How have you been hydrating?
Oh, I don't listen to that thing. My beautiful girlfriend did get me a very nice Yeti Rambler cup mug thing. Very nice, thank you.
Track
very
is
cold water.
Fast. We'll see if the track conditions improve. Currently odd numbers out on track.
Yeah, I believe it went fast because of the rain.
Are we on a different day, though? I think we're on a different day, but yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know. We might not be. I'm not sure.
You guys in the truck have picture-in-picture running.
Good thing they can do their job properly.
Yeah, barely. Also, today's meal was some ramen noodles. Legitimate ramen noodles at the catering truck today. So
wow.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive. Not Top Ramen, not Marchan Ramen, however you pronounce that.
No. Maruchan?
Maruchan, is that how you... Okay, my bad.
It's all on Sunday, according to Darth Admin Kernotis. So yeah, the rain washed away.
The rain washed away?
The rain washed away the tears of yesterday, also known as the wet track. So I heard Mike has a thermos of ramen broth. And his water bottle is just fine.
Yeah,
okay?
it is. Thank you, Blue.
The size is fine. I love it. personally. So
I just don't understand why people are always so judgmental about the size of my
Mike,
water
it's
bottle.
okay. I know you're sensitive about your water bottle size, and it's fine. The most important part is that I enjoy it. Okay?
You know, I appreciate that, Dom. I really do. Holly's jealous.
Someone's gonna clip that.
That's fine. That was the goal. How he warms
his vocal cords with stream. Like, what is his, man, what's his name? The guy that plays Gollum. He had to, like, the voice he had to do for Gollum, he had to use warm water and honey every day with lemon. Yeah. These water bottles. You know, I thought I was a little bit above average. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to let him know. I didn't want him to get a big head.
It's people always say, like, I get subconscious about the largeness of my water bottle.
Subconscious?
Self-conscious.
Yeah, you know, I'm just in my head the whole time. I'm subconscious about it. Every Sunday we forget that there's a race going on in the background.
There's no
Eric
race.
Definitely doesn't want to hear that.
There is no race going on currently. We are in qualifying 2 where Nate Lamlin has just stolen the pole position away from Eric Chen. We were in the 128s at the end of last session. We're already at the low 129s.
Nate Lamlin definitely driving with a chip on his shoulder after last race.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna be wanting to make that ground back up. So after having a lap 1 incident, I'm not sure which one, but
I believe it's lap 2.
the big cheese is going to climb the Swiss Alps. Is this word from their Twitter? Because if this isn't on the Twitter, then I don't believe it. Anything on Twitter is true. That's what I was told on Twitter.
Yep. Just like how the Tracklicious Twitter just tweeted out that your water bottle size is fine.
Did they?
No.
I was gonna say, that'd be really weird. The big cheese?
Question mark?
That's otherwise known as the moon.
Show me the provolone. Provi isn't out there yet. You guys are getting all...
I mean, we can. I'll give the chat what they want, but...
Yeah, look at that. Look at how beautiful that standing still car is. You silly little cheeseheads. Also, look at Christian Sherrard is grinding his teeth on that pit lane right now. Just ready to go.
He's lined up. Got the engine started. Oh my goodness. The Church of Provolone strong today.
Oh Jesus, this again.
It is Sunday. So
Hallelujah. I'm really glad you know how to use a calendar, Mike.
Senor Gonzalez is currently in P3, the Puerto Rico e-racing member. Looking to make some more improvements as he did last time around. Wait a second, he's 400ths off of pole again? Off of Nate Lamlin? I think he finished the last qualifying 400ths off of Nate Lamlin, like no joke. Top 3 separated by half of a 20.
And Drew Burakovsky doing a good job too. Sitting happily P6 right now with a 129.7. So also racing with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Got into this series last minute, like 15 minutes before the series started. Also, David, aren't you supposed to be working, like monitoring water levels and stuff? How are you watching this race and doing your job? Granted, I do that all the time. But...
David, how do you join this team? I hate to break it to you. I really, really do. But you gotta get like really fast.
Yeah,
not just like fast, but like really fast. It is unfortunate. These guys, they're rockets, let's be completely honest. Yeah, both Kevin Rivera, Gage Gonzalez. I think there's a couple other Puerto Rican e-racing members. I haven't seen them in a while out on track, though. Vadik is kind of frustrated. What's going on, Vadik? You could let your emotions out here. It's all good. He's down here in P5 right now. 129.5. Nothing to be upset about there.
Yeah, I would have sold my mom's precious pearls for a 129.5.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
Yes.
We do have the 888, though, of Jakob Padberg starting his lap in the Aston Martin. Could have done 2.5 tenths better.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what they say. That's still a pretty good result.
I don't know how many it is what it is as I've got left in me, Mike.
Lizzie, what did you miss? Didn't you miss like an entire race one? You missed quite a bit. Just gonna say it. That's 5/20ths. Thank you. Thank you. That I am so glad.
How many Pizza Hut pizzas is it?
What? No, you just left like 3 minutes. Oh, well then, you didn't miss anything. You missed Nate Lamlin take pole position, I think. Is he still on pole? Nope, Gage Gonzalez stole it from him.
Yeah. Also, you know how like people will make fun of Americans for measuring everything except for the metric system?
Yeah.
I was like, how many Pizza Hut pizzas is that? If it's 5/20, give me the distance in Pizza Hut pizzas.
As Jakob Padberg, we'll see how many furlongs behind a pole position he is.
Yep.
Or if he can manage to take it himself. Let's see, heading towards the line now. He's got a lot to do. He did have a great result last time around. It's going to be P7 for him. He needs to work on improving that for sure. Will Collin steals P7 right away from him, his teammate.
It was time, not pizza distance. Also, David with the flip-flop emoji is pretty funny.
Measuring it in chunkless.
Every Hispanic household is terrified of that weapon of mass destruction.
Yes, they are. Lizzie probably knows that weapon pretty well. Brian Canapan, though, he's looking to take that pole position away from Gage Gonzalez. Trying to make it double. He's going to be Brian Canapan the two-time if he can manage to make this happen.
It would, yeah. He calls himself the three-time. Says that when he goes to the bathroom, the only thing that's left in the toilet bowl is excellence.
What? I can't even comprehend that. The weapon of mass destruction. I love it.
Moss destruction.
Moss destruction. Oh my god.
Ay Dios mío, that was great.
That was so good. And I messed
also,
it up.
David knows my level of Spanish because I'll sit there and race with him, and my classic uh-oh moment is my terrible Spanish. So, also shout out to Kev Huffman, my partner in crime over at Box 3 Motorsports, one of the many partners in crime that I have over there. Big shout out to the big man that makes it all happen, does all the ghost work behind the scenes. Also, speaking of Box 3 Motorsports, Brian Canapan, who races with Box 3 Motorsports, sits a 129.2, and he's got more time in him.
See if anyone else does. Jakob Padberg, he is currently 2/10 off of that pole position. It's pretty incredible that the top 10, top 15, all within a second of each other, as we saw last time around. It just, you know, honestly, that's pretty mediocre compared to what we saw last time around, where we had our top 5 separated by legit less than a second. So, you know, we can do better than that.
Also, Eric making me want a BLT right now.
Baguette local time. I love it. That's pretty good.
I love a bacon, dude. A good bacon, lettuce, tomato with some mayo on there. Toast the buns on one side, or toast the bread on one side. Ooh.
You know, I don't like lettuce and I don't like tomato. Lettuce is a sad leaf that is filler and food for basically deer. It's deer food.
You sound like
food.
Ron Swanson.
And tomatoes, honestly, I'll take them or leave them. I just don't particularly like tomatoes. but lettuce is rabbit food. So why we eat that as humans, I'm not fully I don't get it. So Dan, it is not it is not Jakob Padberg, it is Jakob Padberg. So
we have been corrected multiple times.
And he takes that pole position and then quickly dethroned by Brian Canapan again. Wait, no he didn't. No, he didn't take pole position. My bad, he's 2/10 off. Wow, Brian Canapan's... Wait, yeah, he did. Rapid. Holy smokes, Brian Canapan's rapid. My goodness. Yeah, it's Jakob.
I think you said Big Smokes.
Yeah, I did say Big Smokes, yes.
The only thing that popped into my head was the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas character named Big Smoke, where they go up to the drive-thru and he's like, "I'll take 4 number 10s, extra large." He orders like the entire menu and then goes, "What do you guys want?" It's so funny. Anyway,
about sandwichology, and Vadik agrees with me. Lovely. I'm not. Finally, someone agrees with me.
Nah, dude, you guys are both very wrong. Very wrong.
Cherry tomatoes are pretty good. They're
Big
good
doinks
on
in Amish.
Sandwiches. Big doinks in Amish. Yeah, there you go. Lettuce and tomato do not belong on burgers. Vadik, I couldn't put it better myself.
What about like guacamole? Will you take like some avocado on there?
Oh, absolutely. Avocado is different, though. Honestly, avocado is more of a dessert, in my opinion. I don't fully understand why people put that on, like...
Do you eat pistachio ice cream?
I have, and I do like it, but no, I don't eat it regularly. But no, it's just...
See,
guacamole is too sweet.
Look at that. Look at that. The Mower Emporium. The lettuce is the key ingredient to keeping the bun from getting soggy. Otherwise, you get
Eat it quicker.
The mess and grease. Eat it quicker?
Eat it quicker.
I'm trying to enjoy my burger. I'm not going to sit here.
How are you enjoying it if there's lettuce on it? You're eating rabbit food. We've been over this.
I'm trying to get my veggies. You ever seen a food pyramid?
What nutrition does a wet leaf have? I could go outside and eat grass and get more nutrition. Pineapple's amazing. Yes, I will take a Hawaiian burger any day of the week.
Oh, dude, the bonsai burger from Red Robin?
Yes, absolutely. No, throw pineapple, all fiber, go eat some grass. Go take some fiber supplements. Like, there's better ways.
This stream is brought to you by Metamucil. Let's put grass on burgers. I don't know, I've had some like sprouts on sandwiches before. Before Jimmy John's got rid of their sprouts, they used to put sprouts on some of their sandwiches. Uncooked sprouts, which is apparently very bad for you. But they tasted great.
I see, Vadik, I agree. I disagree with you on that. I think shredded lettuce is the way to go because you taste it less and it's easier to pull off. But then again, actually, if you have one big leaf, you can just rip the whole thing off. So that makes it actually way easier. So I guess I would rather have a big leaf of lettuce.
BLTs with the lettuce and the tomato. That's where the whole conversation stems from here, folks.
Wait, but you don't like lettuce or tomato, but you like BLT? Vadik! What are you...
He's a heretic. Burn him at the stake.
Who the heck doesn't like lettuce? Dude, look, Miz.
Nataz Miz, thank you.
No,
welcome in. Welcome
in.
We're having an absolute civil discourse over lettuce on burgers and food pyramids.
Exactly. Hypocrisy.
All right, get the steak ready.
And I do not like lettuce because it's a wet leaf. It's sad food. Like, why would you want anything?
It's not sad.
It is.
Dude, when you bite into a nice, crispy, cold piece of lettuce as you're chomping into your nice warm burger that's medium rare, if it's medium or if it's well done, or maybe even a congratulations, if you take your burger anything other than medium or medium rare, we're gonna have hands.
No,
if you eat it blue
medium.
or rare,
chill. I go medium. Chill.
Okay, all right. So then you're sitting there and you got that crispy piece of iceberg crunching through your teeth. You got your warm burger that you've worked very hard.
Why would I want a cold piece of lettuce on my warm burger?
Oh, dude, that crispity crunch is so good. That's so good. And then you got the tomato, which is also a little cold. And you got, yeah, dude. Oh, I almost swore. Oh. about that qualifying result? Brian Canapan killing it. He's the
he
true
did.
BLT
He did
here.
kill it. Jakob
Poor
Padberg
Eric.
in P2.
Poor Eric
Aliraza
is.
in P3.
I know he has the stream up right now as he's trying to drive.
Let him
And-
cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
I think you've been outvoted, Eric. I'm sorry. Oh,
Blue
man.
is absolutely correct. It's all about texture.
It is all about texture, and lettuce is a terrible texture. We're into
Do
the
the
starting
grid walk.
grid now.
Get out of the booth. Do the grid walk. Get away from me.
And yes,
We're
Vadik
not
with bacon.
friends
Thank
anymore.
you. Okay. Anyway,
Let's meet the drivers.
let's meet the drivers indeed. As we have starting in pole position once again, none other than the Yit Cows, like the current Yit Cows racing driver. We'll see how that ends by the end of the season. Of the number 40 car, Brian Canapan taking that pole position, lined up next to Jakob Padberg. It's an American front row lockout. The 888 Aston Martin in P2. Aliraza lined up in P3, the Canadian, next to Gage Gonzalez, the Puerto Rican driver, in 4th. Nate Lamlin, Alpha Dog Nate, the California Kid, in 5th position, P11, or number 11, excuse me. Will Collin in P6, number 48, followed by Eric Chen to the big old Bentley in P7. Wilson Fernandez line up next to him in 8th position, the 808. Brian Faluna in 9th, next to Matt Arteem in 10th position. Christopher Moller in P11, Christian Sherrard in P12. Vadik Odasaitsev 13th fastest, next to Quinn Smith in 14th. Casey Schutte in 15th overall, next to Andreas Malstachero, the 114 car. Drew Burkowski in P17, lined up next to Niall Schleter. In Jason Provolone will be the cheese man himself, number 82, in P19. And I'm Not Jimmy, rounding out our top 20. Dalton Oxborough in P21, next to Ross Fallon in P22. DeMarcus Rogers, 23rd fastest, next to Professor Cronotis in 24th. TJ Washed in 25th. Bronson Turner, 26th fastest overall. Stephen Shelby in P27, respectively, next to George Elmer, the number 22 car, in P28. Devin Anthony, 29th fastest, next to Christopher Tones in 30th. Eric the Boss Kakas in P31, the Armenian driver, next to Kenneth Smith in P32. Ismail Kobus bringing up P33 here, and John Smith at the back of the grid, the number 87 in P34. CrowdStrike Racing by Riley Motorsports, AMG.
And interesting result for the Mercedes. Sitting at the bottom of the grid, Kobus and Smith. Interesting because earlier today they were running the SRO Esports at Monza, and the Mercedes top 5 positions were all that AMG. So interesting development that these guys are down at the bottom here at Zolder. So definitely a track-dependent car, maybe? I was hearing some people sing some praises of the AMG earlier today, so we'll see how it goes. Also, I swear to God, Eric will try to focus on the race this time around. But Mike has got me heated about... whew.
And does Trackalicious have a YouTube channel? Yes, we do, although I need to upload my stuff. I'm terrible at that.
You have one job. The guys in the truck have one job.
Yeah, definitely only one job in regards to that, not a million.
Yep. I'm 100%. I'm going to Wendy's after
And
this.
Eric is on team No Lettuce, FYI, so Eric the Boss
What?
Kakasian in here
I'm putting my 2 weeks in.
representing.
What? Oh.
He just had to throw that in there before we got in, just to derail us even more.
Oh. He knows it brings to the
Get
sides.
out of here, Eric.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get him out, chat. Get him out. If only I could just push a piece of iceberg into Mike's face right now, I would.
It just wouldn't taste like
His
anything.
channel's unfollowed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm angry, French.
You're angry at half of the commentators, to be fair, so half of them agree with you, half of them don't.
I'm angry French. I'm
Ooh,
French
onions
angry.
and pickles, though? Chef's kiss.
Are you bread and butter, or are we dill?
What?
Are you are you putting bread and butter pickles on, or are you putting just straight up dill pickles
Honestly,
on
I'll take sweet pickles, I'll take dill pickles. I don't really care.
I don't know. I can't do bread and butter pickle. Like I can eat bread and butter pickles like out of a jar, no problem. Like
is a
pickle
bread
chips.
and butter pickle a sweet pickle?
Yeah, they're the sweet ones.
Okay, I don't think we call them that over here. I don't think I've really ever heard them called a bread and butter pickle before, so I've only heard them called sweet pickles. Barbecue sauce, too. Barbecue sauce is hit or miss. You need to have a good barbecue sauce. That's the issue. If you have a bad barbecue sauce, I would rather not have sauce, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you there. If the sauce is meh, then the whole burger's ruined.
It really is. It is.
A Cuban sandwich with bread and butter pickles? Yes. I'm going on a trip where I will be able to have a good Cuban sandwich. That's all I want to do, is have a good Cuban sandwich.
Nataz is upside down, and they don't use too many pickles. Interesting.
Barbecue overplayed. Yeah, it's overplayed. Make it sound. Yeah, no. My main is a good A1. You know. I love A1 barbecue sauce, but it doesn't go on everything. You know.
A1's a barbecue sauce? I actually didn't know that.
I guess they call it a steak sauce, right?
That's what I know it as, at the very least. But anyways, we got the drivers heading down the start-finish straight here, 2 abreast, 2x2, Noah's Ark formation, getting ready to start. We got Brian Canapan on pole position. I'm Mike Noss in the booth here with Dominic Smedra. Almost called you blue twice. And we're green here, not blue, at Zolder one more time, and it's side by side for Ollie Raza and Gage Gonzalez heading into T1. There's contact already. The cars are around. That's going to be Nate Lehman getting by Will Collin, Eric Chen managing to straighten each other out. We're going to go 3 wide into the second turn here. Wilson Fernandez having a shot down the inside, but Brian Faluna does manage to get the job there. Will Collin up ahead.
Yeah, I'm watching that Wilson Fernandez 808 Ferrari in a pack here with Matt, our team, and Vidiko Zaitsev making some good moves to move on up. We come into the first set of chicanes here at Zolder.
And oh my goodness, Milo, the first of the rating party of 34. You guys are right in time as we are starting here. We just went green at Zolder here for race 2 of the Trackalicious Sunday Pro Series here. And Wilson Fernandez currently battling along with Vidiko Zaitsev. We have Eric Chen as well up ahead. Brian Faluna trying to make moves. Brian Canapan as well has lost the pole position to Jakob Padberg. I
wonder if Jakob Padberg had a really good launch out of T1 and got Brian Canapan kind of napping. Oh, I've got Eric Chen and Brian Faluna going side by side. Hoo. I'm tingly after that one.
Yeah, indeed. And it's been an extremely clean lap. I don't think we had one yellow flag on lap 1 here. It's absolutely incredible. Welcome, Raiders. We got Milo Wellcakes as a Raider, I guess, even though you were here already.
Are you watching different streams? Are you cheating on us, Phil?
Fear the Beast as well. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Happy to have you as we are once again completing our first lap here at Zolder. We do have a yellow flag now. The 357 of Kenneth Smith is off, unfortunately. We got battling towards the back as well, battling throughout the entire field, really.
Oh, and Kenneth Smith got assisted by Devin Anthony.
Fear the Beast, thank you for the follow.
Bonk. Also, a twerking Tina emote is great.
That is pretty good. And coming in now, Quinn Smith looking to make gains on a Matter team, but Eric Chen, as you said before, he's hot on the tail of Brian Faluna. The big old Bentley down the inside, clobbers the curbs. Didn't quite get the movement on that. Puts him under immediate threat from Vidiko Zaitsev, who was disappointed in his qualifying performance. Said he could get more out of the car. Managed to have a little interview with him before the race happened.
Also, Brian Canapan not letting Patty sleep at all. Patty the Batty about 0.7 seconds away in that Aston Martin. Aston Martin's looking pretty good right now after the 1.9 update, I gotta say.
Yeah, I think most people were talking pretty bad about it, saying the Aston Martin is what's going to happen to it. Is it going to be any good? But it does seem like it has had not much of a change, if not a positive change, if anything.
Yeah, we got Will Collin in P6, Patty in the 888 machine in P1, currently leading the race. Casey Schutte in P15 in the 444. So, yeah, these guys are doing doing pretty solid.
Aston Martin are insane in 1.9, says Rubik.
I'm glad you read that because I was struggling. I was having a little bit of a stroke moment on that one.
Oh, you were like, Oh, I see.
Yeah. The only car that died out was the Bimmer. Please don't say that, Dan. I just got used to the car.
The McLaren as well. I can confirm that one. The McLaren is absolute crap now. The suspension changes. Not so happy for that car. Quinn Smith, though, in the Lexus, that car seems to have gotten a good little bump in performance.
No. Quinn's a good driver. Quinn's a good driver.
Oh, and they almost make contact, and they do make contact heading into the back
a
chicane.
bump and a nudge. That's good hard racing, a little too far.
Yeah, and that's going to be multiple positions lost for Quinn Smith there as he now comes in front of Casey Schutte, and there's side-by-side action behind him. Casey Schutte and Burakovsky heading into the back, the final chicane. They almost make contact, but both of them giving each other enough space. Andreas Mostachero sneaks his nose in there and makes it easy getting by. What the? All right, Andreas.
Yeah, Daniel Versosa knows how to run a business. That's for sure. Dan, don't worry. You will not be out of business. I come with wacky livery ideas every about 30 seconds. I already have one ready to go for the next car, by the way.
Oh, they
I just got one. Oh,
I interrupted you. I was reading chat and I got excited.
I interrupted you. No. This is the most Canadian thing ever. No. I interrupted you on a tangent.
I very clearly interrupted you, but the McLaren's getting a rework soon. I love to see that. That is happy news for me.
Happy mic noises.
Also,
Elbows
beware
out
of the
early.
Mercedes rework. Interesting.
Well, the Mercedes did get a rework. In 1.9, it was the top. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 at the Monza SRO esports event today. So that's what I was saying earlier, which was kind of weird that they were at the bottom of the grid for this race. I'm watching Brian Canapan take the new Lambo and make it his
mistress.
Yeah. Thank you. Couldn't figure out the word I wanted to use.
Quinn Smith, I'm looking at this battle down here for P12 all the way down to P20, basically.
Whoa, look at that heavy braking zone. I love that corner. It bunches everybody up and makes it a big accordion. It's pretty fun.
The Merc was reworked, but nowhere to be seen in the BOP data mine changelog. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the big thing with the Mercedes is that it does have to be like professionally set up for it to be good. So it's going to be interesting in the next coming weeks. Of course, you got companies like Go, Coach Dave Academy, Lopez. They all make setups for these vehicles, and of course you can go buy them. Luke Addison too. Big shout out to Luke Addison who makes setups. Also partnered up with Trackalicious. And it'll be interesting to see what those guys come up with and see how the pace changes. Because once those guys get a hold of these cars and make those setups and dial those in, we're in for a sweet BOP change.
Yeah. Luke will be hosting an event here with Trackalicious come the end of this month. Let me take a look. Luke Addison Time Attack Shootout will be on April 23rd.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have a poster up right after this race, Michael.
Wait, it is April 23rd. Wait,
I love his stream.
It might not be April 23rd then. Why does it say April 23rd on SimGrid? Hold up. Eric, I think you messed up the SimGrid.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I think the SimGrid is not correct.
I think it starts today.
It does? Okay.
I believe that's what Eric was saying during free practice earlier, yeah.
We'll have Eric back in the booth at some point to give us a better explanation of it. Or actually, I think I have a better explanation of it in my DMs, don't I?
You may.
Yes,
you got
I do.
Better pull than I do.
And it starts on May 13th.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Nate Lamlin hunting down Gage Gonzalez right now, but Gage Gonzalez and Nate Lamlin hunted down by Brian Faluna. Faluna took a little bit of a break from Trackalicious Racing, and I think sim racing in general hasn't seemed to miss a step or put a wheel wrong so far.
Yeah, looking really strong, as you say, on his basically re-debut. And if you want to cover the air a minute here while I get this into Streamlabs, give me a second.
What am I covering the air with?
Just talk.
Oh.
With your
Gotcha.
with your voice
Oh
and
no,
your sound
Brian
waves.
Faluna! What happened with Brian Faluna here? Oh, that's not Brian Faluna. That's Brian Faluna. Oh, he just caught a little too much curb. And cranked it right into the tire wall. That is rough. And now you have front end damage on the Porsche. Not great. Yes, Justin. My love.
Aha!
Oh,
We
Brian
have-
Faluna, early pit stop.
Yes, let's put this extremely off center so Eric can be having an aneurysm. Where do I want to put this?
Yes.
I just don't know where I want to
Yes.
put this. Anyways, here's the information for the Luke Addison shootout. We can see...
Just constantly move it around so that way no one can read it.
I was trying to find a spot where I could put it. Chill. And you can see this is the bracket format that we will be having there on May 13th, 2 p.m. Central Eastern Standard Time. What? CEST? What is CEST? I don't know. I don't get time zones, man. CEST, whatever that is. I think that's Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, we will have that coming up soon enough. So look forward to that. It's on SimGrid, but I think it might get redone.
Yeah, take a look at the Trackalicious SimGrid. Constantly having events there. Exclamation mark SimGrid will pop up
okay.
yeah, CST is the
It's
Central Europe Summertime.
But see,
I knew that, but I wanted you to struggle because that was quite fun.
everything's
Ruben.
Eastern time, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's very, very funny. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I might try to set a lap just to see where I go. I don't think I'm gonna go very far in that, but GT3 Rookie League, maybe. I don't know. Talk to Justin Seckham.
We'll see. The
Justin
GT4
Seckham, of course, running our GT4 rookie race. That's tomorrow night. Mike will be in the booth. I will not be there at Snetterton.
Snetterton's a really fun track. I've been putting in the laps
Snetterton is
there.
awful.
You didn't.
I
need
mean,
to say that.
Snetterton has its moments. I'll say that. I won't be
Look,
that negative. I won't be that negative about it.
I also don't like the track, but it is a very fast-flowing and fun track. So, very tricky. Lots of difficult sections on it. Definitely quite a few positives. Quite a few negatives as well.
Trying to give the most unbiased answers as we possibly can. Because last time I grilled the track, which was Hungaroring, I got grilled
yelled at
for it.
You
so
did get yelled at by Dad.
I got barked at pretty good. But hey, man, I'm opinionated on the tracks, all right? Also, Quinn Smith getting ahead of Christian Sherrard, that 122.96 in the black and red great color combination. Mr. Race Zeus. Christian Sherrard, that 122.96 is streaming this event. Streams a lot of Low Fuel Motorsports. Race Zeus on Twitch. Of course, Nate Lamlin, the Alpha Dog California Kid, however you want to call him, is also streaming. NML Racing. November Mary Lima Racing over on Twitch. The Bearded Driver, also known as I'm Not Jimmy, James Rolfe, is also streaming his point of view. Niall Schleter of Phantom Sim Racing. And Gage Gonzalez isn't streaming anything because he spun out at T1.
Jason
Oh,
Provolone,
and it was
everyone's
unassisted,
family
too.
favorite here, chasing down the Bearded Driver on Twitch. We'll see what he can manage here in the Aston Martin. He's flying private this time around, but we'll see. It ain't easy being cheesy, according to him, so we'll see what he can manage.
I would love to see a Sargento car for next go around. That is for sure.
We'll see if the Provolone fan club can make anything happen. Also, what has happened in the terms of the lead here? Hold up. We were side by side. Jakob Padberg, Brian Canapan. Brian Canapan was actually marginally ahead, and he yields the position there to Jakob Padberg after he made a mistake mid-corner. What is that flag on the top of Jakob's car? I'm very curious now.
St. Louis.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough.
It might be the St. Louis flag, or the Missouri flag.
It's
Oh,
got.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an American state flag, which because
Yeah,
we
that
do
is
that here.
definitely the Missouri flag. Yep, with
Okay.
the bear. Yeah.
I know
Oh,
California
big
has a
pack.
bear.
Big pack here for P12 and 11. Burakovsky, Casey Schutte, I'm Not Jimmy. Casey Schutte and I'm Not Jimmy going side by side in T1. And they stay. Jimmy, actually, James Rolfe comes out ahead of Casey Schutte. And right behind him is the Flying Private of the Cheese Man. But look at that Lambo. That's Drew Burakovsky sniffing the rear diffuser of that Audi.
What has happened to TJ here? As we saw Nate Lamlin make the overtake there on to Will Collin. Let's see, Stooch racing car down the inside of T1.
Big contact. Oh no.
Oh, Matter Team and Drew Burakovsky. Oh, as I switched. Oh, I should not have clicked.
Yeah, they got a little spicy front end. Oh, and they bump into each other again. Oh no.
That second
guys.
contact was really unnecessary.
Yeah, that was avoidable for sure. That sucks. Big winner.
Oh, Niall Leroy Brown Schleter, what has happened? Along with the 1-2-2 car of Stefan Selby.
Steven.
Is it?
Yep.
All right.
Eric Chen also in the pit lane.
Niall Schleter with the assisted spin there onto Steven Selby. God dang it. Eric Chen making his mandatory pit stop as we approach the 30-minute mark of this race. Early pit stop for him. Casey Schutte coming across the line, hot on the tail of I'm Not Jimmy. Jason Provolone fell behind Casey Schutte at one point. Don't know how that happened.
Yeah, nice little pack racing here. That Aston Martin. Again, we got 3 of them in a row here. Led by Mostachero in the M4. Yeah, you got I'm Not Jimmy and James Rolfe, that number 1 bright pink. Pink Cars Rule, I think is what his team name is.
I'm Not Jimmy? It's the pink Pan Am I'm Not Pink, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Oh.
The Pan Am AMR I'm Not Pink, my bad.
Yeah, of course, Pan Am Racing, hosting events. Check them out on Discord and SimGrid. Race with those guys every Wednesday night. Good time. Will Collin seeking to have a little bragging rights on Nate Lamlin. Not everyone gets to do this, Will, so take advantage while you can, because 0.4 seconds between those two. Oh.
John Smith in the CrowdStrike Racing AMG. What's happened here? As he is following Eric Gakasi in here.
Not a good idea.
And he just takes too much curb. Loses it.
Yeah.
What happened to Stefan Selby there? Steven Selby. Yellow flag for him as well. He lost a couple positions in the 296, 298, something like that. In the new Ferrari.
296.
I was right the first time. We've gone over it like 20 times with Chad at this point, and I still don't remember it. It's just I'm bad with numbers like that.
It's all right. 6 hours of Monza in the Camaro, huh? Woof, Dan. Woof. Oh, man. Wilson Fernandez and Will Collin getting nice and cuddly with each other. Nate Lamlin has pulled away from Will Collin. Made the gap about a second. And Wilson Fernandez is not taking any prisoners with this battle. The only prisoner he wants to take is Will Collin in front of him.
I don't think he wants to take him as prisoner. I just think he wants to get the job done and send it. And let him deal with his own deeds.
B8 motor, baby. A nice line by Wilson Fernandez there. That 296 sounds so odd. It sounds cool. It looks really cool. I got to admit, aesthetically, Ferrari knows how to make a car look good. I love the look of the 488. I drove it for a while, but I really like the look of the 296.
Oh no.
Does the winner get free socks or chocolate?
No, but they get free provolone.
Yeah.
Hashtag free provolone.
Hashtag Sargento, please sponsor us. I'm going to look into that.
One day.
I meant to look into that.
One day we will have a Sargento. Look, we'll take a craft sponsor, to be honest, even. Like, we're... Sargento, though, that is our long-term goal here at Trackalicious.
I would love to see some Sargento ads on our Twitch stream.
I would too, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll look into it, see if they have an affiliate program or something.
Hashtag free provolone.
Man, Wilson Fernandez, Will Collin, and Nate Lamlin getting even cuddlier. There's Ismail Kobus, the Pigeon Racing AMG, making his way downtown. He's up into P17.
Yeah, he started in P33, up 16 positions from where he started, so he is actually our biggest gainer in terms of positions. Yeah. Looking to make it a 17th position here onto Bronson Turner and the Stooch Racing McLaren.
Yeah, and he's really going to have to take him at one of the chicanes. Oh no, Wilson Fernandez is off. Was that contact?
I think it was. I think Nate Lamlin and Wilson Fernandez maybe had a little bit of bumping and banging going on here. Let's see.
How? Will Collins in between them.
Then it wasn't, then it might not have been, but I saw a yellow flag for Nate Lamlin momentarily.
I did too.
Oh, he outbrakes himself and clatters
no.
Nate Lamlin.
Oh no.
Nate Lamlin, though, carrying on in 4th position. We'll see. He probably picked up some pretty severe damage, though, from that. He still needs to make a pit stop.
It is on the side, and the BMW isn't too terribly side aero dependent, where the Ferrari is very front aero dependent. So,
Paula Brady being very nice. I like that. Hashtag free cheese, please.
I like the yeah. That's a good little hashtag. Also, Nataz Miz with the support of not Nate. Why did it have to be Nate?
He's going to start running as Bosworth Havarti. Oh, man. We're going to have a real stinky rivalry on track then.
The straw on the top of the 296. Yeah, you made that joke in the ACC discussion channel. It is a very funny joke, though. So I will allow it.
That's a tough rind to swallow. You're hilarious.
Yeah. Brian Canapan.
Yeah, he's carrying the charge on.
Yeah, that new Ferrari or that new Lamborghini. Oh, that's awkward. New Lamborghini looking pretty fast right now. I'm up for repeats. And Wilson Fernandez, I believe, already took a pit stop, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Wilson Fernandez, did he?
Also, we do have a pit wall.
He did not. Wilson Fernandez does not.
If you guys want to check out the pit wall, you can get live timings and things like that. Keep up with us in the booth, or maybe do a better job than us in the booth sometimes. Also, Provolone overtook Casey Schutte. That was a little Aston Martin on Aston Martin violence. Yeah, there it is. Exclamation mark pit wall. Maybe you guys catch something that we miss. It's an advantage of sim racing is that we have a lovely, lovely chat that we can fall back on in case something gets missed or something like that. Professor Kernotis and Chris Tones duking it out now. The 691 Trackalicious team versus the Adventure Time BMW.
Adventure Team.
I love Adventure Team. I love that Adventure Team livery, I must say.
It's an old one. That is an old livery.
Yeah, it looks great though. Him and I think it was him and Mastachero were driving it for an endurance race not too long ago.
There's been a lot of people that have used this livery. Like I said, this is a very old livery. I've seen it in its fair few races. Love the number though on the side.
Yep, yeah, very cool. Oh man, Dalton Oxborough. Or not Dalton Oxborough, excuse me, Devin Anthony kind of getting in the way of, I think that was Eric Agossian. Eric Agossian kind of forced to pit, essentially, due to a very odd move by Devin Anthony.
Also, Casey Schutte and Jason Provolone. They've switched positions again.
Yeah, look at that. Duking it out.
Put up what, Justin? What do you want?
Justin is probably hammered right now.
Ah.
Yes, yeah. So he just keeps repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Padberg is pitting. Padberg is pitting. Brian was not ready for the brakes and ends up cutting the last chicane. So that was kind of funny. Also, hello, McSharpenberry. Nice racing last night in the Pan Am little fun race that we did. It was a good time. You are fast in that 296, my friend.
Yeah, he just wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for Patty to pit. He was like, oh no!
So, man, I've been following this guy for so long. He's been doing so good. Why do you go there? That's pretty funny. Probably picking up a track cut for that, but hey, it might be his first.
Oh, no, I don't think he was going that fast. That sand is really brutal. It slows you down pretty good.
Okay.
So I'm not Jimmy moving up a couple spots. We got Ali Raza, Patty the Batty, Oda Zaitsev, Sherrard, Provolone, and Dalton Oxborough all in the pits right now.
Paula Brady liking my camera work. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I will say, I do love that transition. I have no idea where I got it from. I saw it one time on something, and I was ever since.
Oh, the one where you go on the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Chef's kiss. Great job. Also, pit stops coming to an end, but a lot of people gaining. Marcus Rogers, Padberg coming out in P9 as it stands right now.
Paula Brady, come back to Mondays.
Come back to Texas.
Exactly. That's what I was going for. Holy man, it's every time anyone goes
Dude,
into
that pit lane is
lane.
that pit lane's so much fun because you can just like book it through there.
But yeah, nice little bowling for soup reference. Had to get one of those out in the stream.
That was solid. Yeah, I appreciated it. Also, Brian Canapan leading the race currently, also with the fastest lap at a 128.5. That is a nice livery on the Lexus. The Lexus just looks good in anything, you know?
You're not biased at all.
Not even a little bit. No, sir. Brian Canapan getting past some lap traffic. That lap traffic being Andreas Mostachero.
Gage Gonzalez has managed to find the diffuser here of Vadik Odasaitsev.
Look at that battle. DeMarcus
oh, no,
Rogers.
My goodness. Just a little bump drafting going on here. It's all good, folks. Send and a half. Okay, everything's fine. I think Gage Gonzalez wants by Vadik. Just a sneaking suspicion.
I think, no offense to Oda Zaitsev, but I think there is a pace differential here. If Oda Zaitsev can frustrate Gage into a mistake, or get him to stay back there, that earns a cookie for tonight. That is for sure.
Yeah, of course, Paulo. Of course we miss you.
Yeah, 128.5 with the new update. Mick Sharpenberry. These guys spent zero time getting used to the update. They just went right for it, and their times show. That's for sure. I just punched my really, really nice wheel on total accident.
Why do you have your wheel on?
I'm in my rig.
Yeah, but why did you take your wheel off normally? I thought it's in the way.
No, I haven't because my webcam hasn't been working. Silly goose.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do some driving after this. You know.
Wow. So, drive-through penalty picked up for Wilson Fernandez, our current P3, as he serves this lap. Track limits getting the best of Wilson. Wilson started
easy
in
easy to do here
too. And he has managed to gain so much, but unfortunately, all of that is going to be taken away. It's due to that drive-through penalty. Not the longest pit lane here. Not the shortest pit lane either, to be fair.
I mean, you can get up to speed pretty quick. So... Wait, Wilson Fernandez is a drive-through?
He did. He just served it.
Oh, he's in P4.
He just served it. He's still in P4.
Oh, but not bad then.
No, he still needs to make his pit stop.
Oh!
Yeah.
I thought he pitted.
No, he has not pit yet, and he basically has to make an extra pit. He was long enough airtime to serve mid-air snacks. My goodness.
It's 2 weeks in a row you used that.
Yeah, it's a good one, though. I need to find a better one.
Drive-through is 18 seconds here.
Okay. That's not too bad at all, then.
Nice stat. Nice stat. Yeah, I like the pit lane at Zolder. It's little. As we said before, it's an older track, so...
See, it's a bloody good... Thank you. Thank you. Even the Aussies. Keep using it. I will keep using it. See, no, Daniel, Versosa, you've literally caught on to my theories now. Exactly. Not everyone has heard it. That's... So when someone hears it for the first time...
Gage Gonzalez overtaking Oda Zaitsev at lap. That battle took about 2 laps and probably killed Gage's tires, but he's still trucking along in that NSX, which has apparently gotten a little bit of a nerf in the most recent patch that we had with 1.9, but Gage is still driving the wheels off that thing. Also, Casey Schutte diving into the pits as we see Padberg and Raza bump up. Brian Canapan, who has yet to pit, is currently in the lead of this race. He had a 16-second gap to Nate Lamlin. Oh, now he's pitting, of course, as I talk about him. Oh, well.
This is a very bright battle on track. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Lemon yellow, Pepto-Bismol pink, and tangerine orange. All right by each other.
We also have George Elmer hot on the diffuser here of Christopher Tones, looking to make that overtake here down the inside of the final chicane. Late enough on the brakes, not quite. Gonna have to make a look a little bit later on.
I'm so glad to see a couple Lexi on the grid. It makes my heart warm. I say that every week, though, don't I?
I think you say it. Maybe you say I said that 2 times in a week. I think you say that maybe 2 times a stream at the very least.
I think
oh,
so,
that's
actually.
A big moment of oversteer for the Lexus. What a save, though. I want to go back and catch that on board.
Good night, Justin. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, sir.
All right, Justin, take it easy. As we come into T1 here, looking to just catch that outside curb, maybe. Oh, he didn't even catch it. Wow. That was actually
nice save.
It was a really controlled save, actually.
Also, Wilson Fernandez just hitting the pit road. Now coming in to serve that pit stop. So that'll probably dump him down out of the top 10.
Yeah, definitely. That drive-through penalty really detrimental for him here.
Oh, Ross. I thought Ross Fallon was going to go right into the back of Casey Schutte there.
He's getting close. Getting a good little sniff of that exhaust pipe.
I think the exhaust is on the side of that Aston Martin, but that's all right, Mike. I knew what you meant.
You know.
Also, Brian Canapan comfortably in, maybe not so comfortably in P2. 1 second away is Jakob Padberg. And then 46 seconds away is Nate Lamlin. Ooh, Nate Lamlin has had a great recovery drive since last race.
He hasn't pit yet, though.
Ah, well, that would explain it.
Where's the Colin? Let's see. Will Colin is currently
P6.
P6, yeah, great drive. He has
nice
made
job
his
that-
pit stop as well, so he has an official P6. We'll see if Nate Lamlin shouldn't drop below that.
Yeah, that Aston Martin is looking really, really strong right now.
So is this Aston Martin here, and I'm not Jimmy. He's catching up with the coconut sensation of Andreas Mostachero. Andreas Mostachero, he's a nut. He's crazy in a coconut, some say. But he's managing to make this pace work for now, defending on I'm not Jimmy. Okay, calm down there. Calm down there. Nataz.
I wonder if there's gonna be some Aston dominance coming up.
We'll see. I don't know. It seems fairly average with the rest of the cars, in my opinion. It's about... I mean, it's fairly spread throughout the field. It's not actually, is it? Never mind. It's looking pretty strong.
So they're all pretty bunched up in the top 10. There's a 12 and a 17 in there.
Puerto Rican driver here making the move. What a straight line through that chicane, but keeping it on track. Can he get the move? He's going to take the long way around the sweeping corner, heading onto the inside of the next chicane, though. Can he go late enough onto the brakes against the 296? He gets the job done, but he gets a massive moment of oversteer mid-corner, takes the cone out, who has been in the middle of the track since lap 1.
Yeah, that cone had a family, Gage.
And all the hard work to overtake Christopher there, undone.
Yeah, and Moller, 990 Ferrari, doing a really solid job after the first race where he was taken out lap 2, I believe.
Yeah.
So sitting P8 as it stands right now. Also a last-minute entry. I think he did qualifying laps yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the V8 that people have been using. The V12 is it's not great, Bob.
Bit crap, some might say.
But it sounds so good.
It does.
Oh, so good.
It has 6 more cylinders than a couple of the cars on the grid here. So,
Wow. I see we've been working on counting recently, Mike. I'm really, really happy.
Brian Faluda representing that flat 6 in that Porsche. So, which I was saying one thing on the newer Porsche, on the 928, 929, 9
Yep.
whatever.
Yep. No, you got it.
Oh, hang on. Christopher Moller and Gage Gonzalez. Gage finally getting by there.
It's 120/20ths. So what were you saying about the 9265?
That it is this iteration of the Porsche, I think, has a bit further, the engine is quite a bit further pushed forward than the 911, if I'm not mistaken. It is still behind the rear axle, but they moved it significantly forward by a couple millimeters. And so it is more of a mid-engine car, so it should have a little bit more balance through the corners. In terms of like real-life physics, how that translates into the game, I'm not sure. It's more mid-engine, yes, but it's still rear engine.
Still rear engine.
It's still behind the right. Yeah, significant millimeters. Yes,
millimeters.
It is. Look, we're talking about, you know.
It was tilted forward 5. Now this is the man to speak, Retro Coffin, as Nate Lamlin did pit and ended up in P4, so not too terrible there. I believe it was tilted 5 degrees forward to allow for a bigger diffuser.
Okay.
Retro is a huge Porsche nerd.
Well, fair.
Huge.
There we go. So yeah, this iteration, the 928, is more of a mid-engine Porsche than the 911. So like I say, it should have some more balance in the corners. Here's the weaving around from the pink or from the Pan Am AMR. I'm not pink of I'm not Jimmy. He is doing everything he can to get by Andreas Mostachero, but no avail. Clobbers the inside curb there in the second chicane or first chicane.
Yeah, Jimmy, not unfamiliar with some aggressive moves and some aggro driving, but definitely wants to make that overtake as clean as possible because you don't want to have a penalty going into next week.
Can we get a source on this? I can't get you a source on this, but I'm sure someone in chat can. Like I say, I've just heard that from watching commentary and stuff. I don't actually have like a website. Holy oversteer moment for Chronotis.
He could be a big fat phony liar too.
No, but I'm not. I'm not because I had it confirmed in chat. So.
Oh well, okay.
I do know that is a fact. But I didn't know about the 5 degrees thing. That's really interesting.
Also, Wilson Fernandez, a little bit of a bummer, down into P28 as it stands right now.
We're here to spread misinformation just for context. Yeah, fair enough. No, but like Blue said, Retro Coffin, a bit of a nerd.
Oh, John Smith, big send on Chrono, and they make contact.
Yes, indeed. Nate Lamlin just got overtaken by Eric Chen.
Eric Chen moving into that P4 spot.
Ooh.
That battle was going on for a good couple laps,
That was
too.
a big mistake from Nate Lamlin, it looks like, as he clobbered the curb onto the chicane, which gives the drive here to the Bentley. The Bentley down the inside of the back chicane, and an easy, well, not an easy overtake.
Oh.
Nate Lamlin giving him a bit of a squeeze there.
Yeah, a little bit of a bonk.
We also have this battle between Andreas Vastacher. These guys are, if this doesn't end in contact, I don't know what will. We have also, just on top of it to add fuel to the fire, Christian Sherrard joining the party here. As we've said before, I'm not Jimmy, Christian Sherrard. Great friends, said no one ever.
Yeah. Good rivalry, though. It's good for the sport, these two guys going at it. And Jimmy's going to see down the inside. Oh, nothing there. He thought about it, though. And just absolutely glued to the rear wing of that.
It is for now.
That M4 there.
So, Retro, do you think that the 911 is slightly better? Is that what I'm reading into that message?
Oh.
You want one onboard lap for the pink Pan Am? You got it.
Yeah, look at that. There's a little bit of a wide line by Mostachero into T1, and just ended up shrinking this gap even further.
Ooh, Schrappenberry, that's a good one. Picking up on his frequent flyer miles. I like that.
Oh, down the Mostachero, good defense to cover off the inside line of the first chicane there. Jimmy right there. Front end to rear end. Mostachero late on the brakes. Sherrard later on the brakes. There's a little bit of a bump. Little bit of a tappy tap. Oh, man. And Jimmy doing a great job of maintaining control of that AMR, but he's losing time trying to defend the position from the 120 Ferrari. 120 Ferrari just trying to be a little bit later on the brakes than everybody else. And then guess what? Casey Schutte is right behind him. And so is Ross Fallon.
As we navigate the final chicane here, the clouds darkening in the sky. Are we going to see a little bit of weather towards the end?
Oh,
Doesn't look like
gracious.
it. Not again. As we continue on here, I'm not Jimmy chasing down Mostachero. He's got to be getting so impatient. Not only just impatient, maybe even a bit scared as he has that Ferrari behind him. But then again, I'm not Jimmy. I don't think scared is in his vocabulary.
No, not a chance. The guy goes down some serious mountain biking trails as his other hobby. So I don't think so.
And we will hop back on with I'm Not Jimmy. You do want another onboard lap, but I do want to check out a little bit of the other action going on really quickly before we do that.
Right behind them is Ross Fallon. It's Ross Fallon, Provolone, and Schutte. Not necessarily in that order, but yeah, that's also a very heated battle, and it's right behind the other one. And Faluna isn't too terribly far off into that conversation either.
Yeah, if this battle keeps up, he definitely will be in that picture. Gage Gonzalez a bit further up ahead, still trying to overtake Moller. But yeah, I'm not Jimmy. We'll hop back with him as Christian Sherrard now, closing that gap ever so quickly.
Yeah, they got 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime here for these guys. As I'll switch the PIP to Gage Gonzalez and that 296 battle. Only 3 laps left, roughly. Gage Gonzalez is going to get it done here as he goes down the inside. Moller going a little too wide. So there we go. Gage Gonzalez making that happen. I don't think Moller's got much fight in him. Ross Fallon, Casey Schutte. Ross Fallon trying to go outside. Casey Schutte covering the inside. Ross Fallon going way wide. And Provolone is going to try to come up the inside here. Just the same move that we saw the Puerto Rican of Gage Gonzalez do. Oh, Ross Fallon spins out. Oh, he lost the rear end.
Let's check this out as it's actually right in front of where we are. Let's see what happened here as the
Right
battle.
behind where we are.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it just catches the curb.
Have
I think those
Provolone on
tires
the
are a little
inside. Was there contact? That's the real question. No, there was not.
It is unassisted. It's just a weird line, little unassisted spin, and voila.
Oh, here we go. Christian
man.
Sherrard. The 120 Ferrari here doing what he can to catch up and beat his rival, I'm Not Jimmy. What can he get done here in the closing sector? 1 minute 45 seconds left in this race, so Not much time. We're running out of corners to get the job done. And there is a weird straw on the top of the Ferrari. You're not wrong. It's got a snorkel.
It does, yep. They actually calculate, like, airspeed, I believe.
Well, all cars do that, but they just don't in fact, airplanes do that, too. They have those little pokey-outy bits on the front.
Pokey-outy bits? Yep,
but
very technical term there.
That is a bit more of a pokey-outy bit than I'm used to.
It's a remote-controlled car, yeah. It's playing Rocket League with it. Pitot tubes, or pitted tubes.
Oh. Well, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Thank you, Retro. Retro, funny enough, you bring up aircraft. Retro works on the aircraft for the military.
Well, fair, then he definitely knows what that's called, yeah.
Yeah.
The pilot straw. Is it a pilot straw? Or is it a pitot tube? Did you mistype?
Give it all you can.
Leader is on the final lap. Is
the Allen key to drink the clouds? Yeah. Sippy, sippy.
Jason Provolone hot on the tail of Casey Schutte. 1 lap to go. Well, he's almost a little bit, lap and a half to go for them.
And Devin Anthony hunting down Professor Chronotis. The battle for 26-27 happening right now.
As we complete our lap 28 here.
I don't want to alarm anybody, and I don't want to jinx it, but Brian Canapan is currently leading this race. Get Cows Racing should be the 2nd ever win for a YCR car, and it would come at Zolder nonetheless.
Wow.
Oh man, big off.
Jason Provolone is going to get the overtake onto Casey Schutte, it looks like.
Casey Schutte isn't letting him sleep. Yeah, there we go. Casey submitting. Oh.
Measures wind flow? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does measure wind flow. It's that thing that you see on planes when they're parked and they have that big red cap on them that says, "Remove before flight," in all caps. Why it's...
Also, Brian Canapan wins it. Let's go, baby. Jacob Padberg coming in P2. Ollie Raza.
Jacob Padberg.
Sorry. Patty the Batty from St. Louis, Missouri, comes in P2. Ollie Raza comes in P3. Eric Chen, nice job in the big bad Bentley, coming in P4.
But yeah,
P5
also,
is Nate Lamlin.
I'm Not Jimmy did get that overtake done onto Christian Sherrard, we saw, and now we're seeing Christian Sherrard. Wait, he's already been ahead. Never mind. What am I talking about? Christian Sherrard trying to get the job done. Quinn Smith with the yellow flag as he comes across the line. Never mind, that was just him slowing. But this battle's going to go to the checkered flag. Christian Sherrard running out of corners. Blue smoke in our eyes.
Sorry, I got excited.
Oh, and they make contact!
Oh, no, they make...
And then Provolone makes contact!
More bumping! Oh, no!
And in all of that action, Brian Faluna sneaks by and gets the overtake done on 2 different cars at the end there. Brian Faluna up to P14 at the very end. Who the heck saw that coming? As we watch this from on board of Brian Faluna, he just navigates that with ease and gets the positions. Christian Sherrard, Jason Provolone coming together there at the end. Brian Canapan, though, the Yit Cows Racing specialist, takes the P1, followed up by Jakob Padberg and Ollie Raza. We pull up the timings here. The big cheese is maulding. But yes, great race 2. Great end to that. Lots of battles that were concluded on that final lap. That is incredible to see. And if we can see our people in terms of second, third, or first, second, and third, Brian Canapan, if you can get your driver up here, Blue, that would be nice. And we get
Brian, come on in.
Jakob Padberg and Ollie Raza. We are looking for. So let's grab Ollie Raza, send him to the green room. Then we'll grab Padberg, send him to the green room. And where is Brian Canapan?
Brian Canapan is probably sweating it out right now.
We'll get his butt in the green room. as we switch over to the booth while we're waiting. Hello, everybody. We're back in the booth. And we will pull in our second place and third place. Ali Raza and Jakob Padberg. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Pretty good.
You guys had quite the race, I would say. At least in terms of Padberg. Maybe not so much Ollie. Ollie, you had a bit of a... We didn't see too much from you. I mean, you were back there a bit, weren't you?
Yeah, it seemed like Padberg and Brian kind of pulled away. They were pulling at least a few tenths a lap every lap. So. But yeah, I'm happy I got a podium, and then won the first race.
Yeah.
You sound ecstatic. I'm happy I got a podium.
No, it's just me. It's hard for me to express myself, but yeah, I'm happy.
You're fine.
Thanks to the
Good,
sponsors. Good. I appreciate everybody. Thanks to my mom and dad. None of that. No. All right, fair enough. On to Padberg then.
First race was first race was pretty tough. I think I got pretty lucky with Lamlin spinning. I don't know what happened to him though. Just looked like he clobbered the curb too much. But kind of unfortunate for him. But for me and Ollie, it turned out pretty good because technically, well, we're not teammates, but we just it was just a good race in general. It was fun, especially.
What flag is on the top of your car, by the way? Is that the Missouri state flag?
Possibly.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to confirm.
Yeah, it was last lap in the first race was pretty interesting. Going into the wet race, it was just separated by 4 tenths. On the last lap was pretty fun.
Yeah,
so I gotta give credit to him.
But for some reason, I was surprised. A lot of people pitted early. I was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah, I think Brian Canapan, I think he pitted for dries. I think he didn't realize that it was gonna rain at the start. I don't think he realized that it was gonna rain at the end of the race. So I think he fueled for halfway through the race, and he noticed too late. So
no Brian. Brian is AFK. So
all right.
So he's celebrating. He's popping champagne and celebrating elsewhere. So
fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you for joining us, guys, and good race, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you guys for commentating.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sure it was a good streak.
It was.
Oh yeah.
It was.
All right. Thank you.
Massive
see you guys.
thanks to chat as well. Need a champagne. We do need a champagne emoji. That's a good idea.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good one.
No, that's a great idea.
Well, stick around because we are going to raid. Who are we going to raid tonight?
We're going to raid none other than Aaron Miller, the rookie himself. He'll be driving tomorrow on Snetterton. I think he's practicing Snetterton right now. Let me just check.
Viper
looks to be
GT3.
so. Yep. But Viper GT3. He's driving a GT4 this time around, so kind of against his name, but hey. Good stream. Let us celebrate in our revels here tonight, okay?
Yeah.
And nonetheless,
I'm gonna go get a cheeseburger. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna post it in the ACC discussion chat, and it's gonna have lettuce on it, 100%, guys. Don't worry.
It will be an inferior burger to one without, but nonetheless, thank you guys all for being here. Thank you, Dominic Smedger, for joining me in the booth today. I'm Mike Noss. And chat, thank you guys. We are going to send that raid over to Viper GT3. So make sure you guys go say hi, hit that follow button. He's been putting in the work in ACC. So
WERK.
He has, and he deserves it. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your nights wherever you are or days. But yeah, take it easy.